quickly. Have a better game content experience as your video and audio data gets to you in order. Yes! Get the total gaming experience you expect as all digitally arrives to your system. All of these advantages are possible only from the pure fiber package designed for you to dominate your game.
The Aristocrat, from rolling store to restaurants. It was the 1930s. America's influence spread far and wide in the Philippines, from education to law, politics, economics, and the modern Western way of life. From humble beginnings, Alex and Ashang Reyes, each in their own way, rose from the ranks, made a name for them in respective fields, while raising and nurturing 12 children, making ends meet, creating and fulfilling their destinies in life, moving from Ilaya to Intramuros to Tondo to the big house on Marquez de Comillas. This is where the aristocrat story begins. In the heart of Manila, a mother of 12 and her hardworking husband discovered the power of a simple home-cooked meal. Who would have thought that one of the longest-lasting businesses in the Philippines started from a place they called home? This Alex Reyes and his wife Ashang were blessed with a comfortable house in Marquez de Comillas, a home situated near a school, and a home big enough for all of them. The house was witness to many things: children growing up, a blossoming judicial career, house parties, memorable meals, people coming back for more, and the Reyes couple finding a business opportunity. The ground floor of their house soon became a canteen named Lapu-Lapu. Though American fare was trendy, Ashang decided that she was going to serve Filipino food. The students across them loved the food, that it was a regular fixture during their school break. Said that dorm who were only in times would canteen to satisfy their longings. Centerpiece in the Reyes household, even in their weekly picnics at Luneta Park. Family time was sacred. More so was family mealtime. Picnics meant easily packed food. Colleagues and classmates would gladly await the leftovers. This inspired Ashang to open up a rolling store, just like the other vendors in the park selling hot dog sandwiches and burgers. She knew burgers and hot dogs were not to her taste, so she made her own easy-to-eat meals with a Filipino twist. Sandwiches filled with chicken adobo or fried fish. The Rolling Store, made out of an old car donated by her eldest daughter's suitor, was known for food that was masarap, mura, at malinis. By force of circumstance, the Rolling Store moved from Luneta to Dewey Boulevard, now known as Rojas Boulevard. In July of 1936, Alex and Ashang decided to put up a restaurant in that same spot, where it still stands today. Suggested to name the restaurant and built it with a ship's facade. As from the American Embassy, the couple saw Ashang suggested to name the restaurant after her eldest son. Oh, he protested upon realizing that of a restaurant, and she said, "Bakit, mga aristocrat?" And so the aristocrat. Today, Aristocrat still stands in that same spot that it did in 1936, serving the same heart Ashang used to cook for her children and guests. From regular house parties to a ground floor canteen to a rolling store in Luneta Park, and for the Philippines' oldest and most popular restaurants, Alex and Ashang's simple business idea has come a long way to the delicious delight of millions of Filipinos and their guests from around the world. And may it continue to be a historical landmark and a family home of Filipino cooking, culture, and celebration.
It's time to dominate! Get that gaming experience you need with a true high speed of pure fiber, which is up to a whooping 800 Mbps. Yes! Our built-in high prioritization feature allows for a better gameplay feels. Enjoy seamless gameplay that assures your action. An in-game response syncs real-time because data arrives quickly. Have a better game content experience as your video and audio data gets to you in order. Yes! Get the total game you expect as all the data you need actual system. All of these advantages are possible only from the pure fiber package designed for you to dominate your game.
The Aristocrat, from rolling store to restaurants. It was the 1930s. America's influence spread far and wide in the Philippines, from education to law, politics, economics, and the modern Western way of life. From humble beginnings, Alex and Ashang Reyes, each in their own way, rose from the ranks, made a name for respective fields, while raising and nurturing 12 children, making ends meet, creating and fulfilling their dreams and destinies in life, moving from Ilaya to Intramuros to Tondo to the big house on Marquez de Comillas. This is where the aristocrat story begins. In the heart of Manila, a mother of 12 and her hardworking husband discovered the power of a simple home-cooked meal. Who would have thought that one of the longest-lasting businesses in the Philippines started from a place they called home? This Alex Reyes and his wife Ashang were blessed with a comfortable house in Marquez de Comillas, a home situated near a school, and a home big enough for all of them. The house was witness to many things: children growing up, a blossoming judicial career, house parties, memorable meals, people coming back for more, and the Reyes couple finding a business opportunity. The ground floor of their house soon became a canteen named Lapu-Lapu. Though American fare was trendy, Ashang decided that she was going to serve Filipino food. The students across them loved the food, that it was a regular fixture during their school breaks. Said that dormitory were only in times with canteen to satisfy their longings. Food centerpiece in the Reyes household, even in their weekly picnics at Luneta Park. Family time was sacred. More so was family mealtime. Picnics meant easily packed food. Colleagues and classmates would gladly await the leftovers. This inspired Ashang to open up a rolling store, just like the other vendors in the park, selling hot dog sandwiches and burgers. She knew burgers and hot dogs were not to her taste, so she made her own easy-to-eat meals with a Filipino twist. Sandwiches filled with chicken adobo or fried fish. The Rolling Store, made out of an old car donated by her eldest daughter's suitor, was known for food that was masarap, mura, at malinis. By force of circumstance, the Rolling Store moved from Luneta to Dewey Boulevard, now known as Rojas Boulevard. In July of 1936, Alex and Ashang decided to put up a restaurant in that same spot, where it still stands today. Suggested to name the restaurant and built it with a ship's facade. Just from the American Embassy, a new name. Ashang suggests restaurant Andy's. No, upon realizing his name of a restaurant, and she sensed, bakit mga aristocrat? And so the Aristocrat would. Today, Aristocrat still stands in that same spot that it did in 1936, serving the same hearty meals that Ashang used to cook for her children and guests. From regular house parties to a ground floor canteen to a rolling store in Luneta Park and one of the Philippines' oldest and most popular restaurants, Alex and Ashang's simple business idea has come a long way to the delicious delight of millions of Filipinos and their guests from around the world. And may it continue to be a historical landmark and a family home of Filipino cooking, culture, and celebration.
It's time to dominate! Get that gaming experience you need with a true high speed of pure fiber, which is up to a whooping 800 Mbps. Yes! Our built-in high prioritization feature allows for better gameplay feels. Enjoy seamless gameplay that assures your action. And in-game response syncs real-time because data arrives quickly. Have a better game content experience as your video and audio data gets to you in order. Yes! Get the total gaming experience you expect as all digitally arrives to your system. All of these advantages are possible only from the pure fiber package designed for you to dominate your game.
The Aristocrat. From rolling store to restaurants. It was the 1930s. America's influence spread far and wide in the Philippines, from education to law, politics, economics, and the modern Western way of life. From humble beginnings, Alex and Ashang Reyes, each in their own way, rose from the ranks, made a name for respective fields, while raising and nurturing 12 children, making ends meet, creating and fulfilling their dreams and destinies in life, moving from Ilaya to Intramuros to Tondo to the big house on Marquez de Comillas. This is where the aristocrat story begins. In the heart of Manila, a mother of 12 and her hardworking husband would soon discover the power of a simple home-cooked meal. Who would have thought that one of the longest-lasting businesses in the Philippines started from a place they called just as Alex Reyes and his wife Ashang were blessed with a comfortable house in Marquez de Comillas, a home situated near a school, and a home big enough for all of them. The house was witness to many things: children growing up, a blossoming judicial career, house parties, memorable meals, people coming back for more, and the Reyes couple finding a business opportunity. The ground floor of their house soon became a canteen named Lapu-Lapu. Though American fare was trendy, Ashang decided that she was going to serve Filipino food. The students across them loved the food, that it was a regular fixture during their school breaks, said that dormitory only at times would canteen to satisfy their livings. Centerpiece in the Reyes household, even in their weekly picnics at Luneta Park. Family time was sacred. More so was family mealtime. Picnics meant easily packed food. Colleagues and classmates would gladly await the leftovers. This inspired Ashang to open up a rolling store, just like the other vendors in the park, selling hot dog sandwiches and burgers. She knew burgers and hot dogs were not to her taste, so she made her own easy-to-eat meals with a Filipino twist. Sandwiches filled with chicken adobo or fried fish. The Rolling Store, made out of an old car donated by her eldest daughter's suitor, was known for food that was masarap, mura, at malinis. By force of circumstance,
Magandang hapon, Robinsons, Manila! Maligayang pagdating sa kauna-unahan at pinakamakasaysayang bakbakan ng esports dito sa Pilipinas. I am Rexler.
Live in the Midtown Atrium of Robinsons, Manila, magsasama-sama na ang mundo ng Philippine basketball at esports. I am Brigida, and this is the 2023 PBA Esports Bakbakan Draft. Grabe, Rexler. Nakikita mo ba kung gaano karaming tao ang narito ngayon? At siguradong-sigurado ako na excited na silang malaman and that they are all looking forward to what's going to happen in today's draft.
Tama ka dyan, Brigida. Sobrang excited na ako. Guys, excited na ba kayo? Parang wala pang nararamdaman na excitement. Robinsons, Manila, excited na ba kayo sa kauna-unahang PBA Esports Bakbakan Draft? Woo! Alright.
Yes! Excited na tayong lahat at nakakatingdig balahibo yung mga pwede nating asahan para sa araw na ito. But of course, a historical event like PBA Esports Bakbakan is made possible thanks to our sponsors. This program is brought to you by the Philippine Basketball Association, PBA, #GameTayoDito.
Of course, PBA Esports Bakbakan is also presented by Converge. Dominate the game with FiberX Game Changer because great games are possible when we converge.
Our official event partners, Robinsons Manila, Jamba Juice, Greenwich, Curve Coffee, Happy Lemon, and catering brought to us by Aristocrat.
Of course, PBA Esports Bakbakan is powered by Dark League Studios, where heroes come to light.
And syempre, Rexler, we would like to acknowledge the presence of the entire board of governors of the PBA. Upon calling your name, please kindly stand up for you to be acknowledged.
All right, first up, may we call on the PBA Commissioner, Mr. Willie Marshall. The PBA Chairman of the Board and Team Governor of TNT, Tropang Giga, Mr. Ricky Vargas. PBA Vice Chairman of the Board, Team Governor of Terra Firma Jeep, and co-founder of Dark League Studios, Mr. Bobby Rosales. Next, we have the PBA Treasurer and Team Governor of the Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters, Attorney Raymond Zorilla. Next, we have the Team Governor of Barangay Ginebra, San Miguel, and co-founder of Dark League Studios, Mr. Al Francis Chua. Up next, we have the Team Governor of Converge, Fiber Xers, Attorney Chito Salud. Next, we have the Team Governor of Magnolia Chicken Templados Hot Shots, Mr. Rene Pardo. And of course, the Team Governor of Meralco Bolts, Attorney William Pamintuan.
We would also like to acknowledge the presence of the team governor of Northport Batangker, Mr. Eric Arejola. Next up, we have the team governor of Blackwater Bossing, Mr. Siliman C. We also have here the team governor of NLEX Road Warriors, Mr. Rod Franco. And the team governor of the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters, Attorney Mamerto Mondragon. And last but not the least, we would also like to acknowledge the team governor of the San Miguel Beermen, Mr. Robert Non. We would also like to acknowledge the presence of our partners, the head of marketing of Converge, Ms. Orange Ramirez, and the marketing head of Fantech, Ms. Jang Bien.
Ayan na nga, maraming salamat sa lahat ng mga PBA governors and of course to all of our partners present here at PBA Esports Bakbakan Draft. But Brigida, I just want to tell everyone here, esports and gaming has made riptides of positive effects for our communities nationwide. Isipin mo na lang, from championing the esports grassroots community and hopefully turning the Philippines into the esports capital of Southeast Asia.
Pwedeng mangyari yan, lalo na't nagsisimulat na tayo ngayon sa PBA Esports Bakbakan. But with those being said, let us also acknowledge the presence of our dearest leaders from Dark League Studios. To start off, our Chief Executive Officer and Co-Founder, Mr. AC Valdenor.
We'd also like to acknowledge one of our co-founders and also our Chief Revenue Officer, Ms. Cherry Valdenor.
We would also like to call on the Program Director of Dark League Studios, Mr. Mark Chua.
We'd also like to acknowledge the Head of Operations and one of our Dark Side influencers, Mr. Carlo Hiron.
The man behind the vision, Creatives Director, Mr. Chester Lubguban.
And last but definitely not the least, the Head of Human Resources, Mr. Blair Nepomuceno. And it's definitely awesome to experience when you have very supportive leaders na kasama mo sa trabaho. Nakakagana, nakakataba sa puso. At syempre, with all the heart, passion, and determination being brought in para sa esports and gaming dito sa Pilipinas.
I definitely agree with you on that. Kaya naman ngayon, Rexler, we will be calling on a very special and respectable figure who has always envisioned the PBA growing in a totally different stratosphere and not merely replicating past glories or simply enjoying the triumphs of the present.
Yes, I definitely agree. This man has witnessed diverse communities and generations coming together for the love and thrill of all of our sub-communities and subcultures here in the Philippines. It's an understatement that his name, let alone his leadership, is definitely admirable, especially for us Gen Zs in the current generation. Now, with the worlds of physical sports and esports coming together, let's celebrate history coming to light as we call on the Commissioner of the Philippine Basketball Association, Mr. Willie Marshall, for his welcoming remarks. Let's give him a warm round of applause.
Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat. PBA at esports, magkaibang liga, magkaibang sports, pero parehong layunin. Mapalakas, mapasigla, at mapaganda ang parehong sports na to. Ito ay isa rin layunin ng PBA na magkasama-sama. Kasama po natin ang Dark League Studio sa proyekto na to. At isa din kasaysayan na magsanib puwersa ang dalawang sports, ang basketball at ang D-League. Kaya magsama-sama tayo, magtulungan tayo dito. Papasalamat ako sa mga influencers na nandito. na nagbigay kayo ng oras at panahon para sa project na to. Sa mga academies at mga draftees simula day 1, maraming salamat sa inyo. Sa mga supporters ng mga players, galingan nyo ha, mamapahiya tayo dito. Sa mga supporters ng academies, ng influencers, at ng mga players, teams, maraming salamat sa pagdating nyo dito. At higit sa lahat, sa aking mga team governors at sa team owners na patuloy na sinusuportahan ang proyekto ng PBA. Maraming salamat po at magandang hapon. Good luck at congratulations sa mga draftees.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Willie Marshall. Ayan na nga, sinabihan na kayo mga players natin. Guys, galingan nyo ha. Ayan na nga. Pero syempre, magpapakitang gilas nga naman sa galing nila, not just in different game titles, pero pati na rin, ipakita nga naman ang kagalingan ng Pinoy pagdating sa esports and gaming.
Eto na talaga yung simula nun, Rexler, dahil nabanggit nga niya, magkaiba man ng liga, iisa lang ang layunin nila. At eto ay isang napaka-historical na event kasi nandito natin matutunghayan yung simula ng pag-merge ng dalawang liga na yon. And at this juncture naman, no, we will also be hearing from one of our catalysts behind this momentous occasion.
Yes, and pinapahalagahan namin ang kanyang taos-pusong suporta para sa esports and gaming dito sa Pilipinas. Probably something I would say one of the best human examples of why esports and gaming here in the Philippines is open to all generations.
We are very much proud to announce and welcome on stage the Vice Chairman of the Board of PBA, Team Governor of Terra Firma Jeep, and the co-founder of Dark League Studios, Mr. Bobby Rosales.
Magandang hapon sa inyong lahat. PBA fans, esports fans, members of the PBA board, Commissioner Willie Marshall, PBA teams, players, influencers, members of the academy, and all the draft candidates. Our friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the inaugural season of the PBA Esports Bakbakan. I would like to thank the governors of the PBA board and Commissioner Willie Marshall for this privilege to introduce esports to the PBA and its fans. It is but fitting that the PBA, as the premier basketball league in the country, will again take the lead in merging physical sports and technology. The increasing worldwide popularity of esports can no longer be denied, and its growth in the coming years is projected to rise exponentially. Even many of our players play video games in their free time. Dark League's conduct of the PBA sports program will provide the platform for players and fans alike to enhance their engagement. We will build and grow communities that will allow interaction between basketball players and esports fans. The academy legitimized esports as a career when colleges and universities started offering a degree course in esports. Esports will enable PBA players to develop new skill sets that will allow them to pursue new opportunities long after their productive playing careers. Dark League Studios hopes to pave this career path for bona fide PBA players. We thank the PBA for the distinct privilege to accept Dark League Studios as its partner in the pursuit of its goals to be at the forefront of embracing the beneficial impact of technology in physical sports. Tangkilikin natin ang PBA, yakapin natin ang pagdating ng esports. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bobby Rosales. Ika nga niya, tangkilikin at yakapin na natin ang esports ngayon.
Yes, with the growing milestones and even opportunities na meron na ang esports and gaming, pwede ko nang sabihin na dahil sa kaka-cellphone nyo, pwede na kayong makarating sa PBA. Ayan na nga.
And of course, at this point, Rex, we are definitely inspired na by a lot of people who have built things that last for a lifetime for us to enjoy.
Yes, it definitely takes an army or something I would say, isang buong barangay para magkaroon ng maraming parangal upang tawagin na, sabihin na natin na GOAT as what Gen Zs would say or like the greatest of all time. And now, to hear more awe-inspiring words, let's hear it from the SMC Sports Director and Team Governor of Barangay Ginebra, San Miguel, Mr. Al Francis Chua.
Good afternoon everyone. Salamat po sa mga nanonood sa taas. Magandang hapon po. Magandang hapon sa inyo. To the players, to the PBA players, to the governors, managers, lahat kayo. Thank you for your time. I know this is gonna be different, pero nandito kayo. Salamat sa mga influencers, sa mga magpapadraft. Hindi ko akalain na ganito karami. It seems that, you know, parang draft ng PBA talaga. To esports, PBA, yung pagka nagsama kami because of Commissioner Willie Marcial, sa mga tao mo sa marketing. Thank you so much, Commissioner. Nakakatuwa lang, no? Hindi ko ma-imagine na ang esports saka ang PBA magsasama. So tayong lahat nagtutulong-tulong para sa mga tao, yung mga hindi masyadong nagbabasketball, ngayon makakasama na. Makakalaro na sila sa PBA. Kasi you guys now are part of the PBA. Kaya kailangan magsaya tayo, magpasalamat tayo na ito po nagawa ng PBA at saka D-League. Sana ngayong araw, kung sino matadraft, sana maging masaya tayo ngayong hapon na to dahil nakakatuwa. Gusto ko lang malaman kung sino mapupunta sa Ginebra, sino mapupunta sa San Miguel, sino mapupunta sa Token Text at sa iba pa. So again, maraming salamat po sa pagdating nyo. Magandang hapon.
Maraming salamat, Governor Al Francis Chua. And I think at this point, I'd like to share a personal story na I feel like nakarelate ako sa sinabi ni Sir Al Francis. So, I'm one of those people back in college na hindi privileged to participate in physical sports, let alone being a varsity player representing my school. So, I think now, especially in this day and age, parang lahat ng mga opportunities natin, it moves towards progressiveness. It moves towards esports and gaming, again, being a credible opportunity, a credible career na pwede nating patunguhan. And I think, Brigida, sa experience mo, even in the campus level, parang ang dami mo na rin naranasan.
Honestly, I couldn't imagine myself anywhere else. Like, in terms of yung extracurricular activities, kaya sobrang nag-agree ako sa'yo at napakarami natin talagang inaabangan for this day in particular. Kaya naman, how about we talk about what's going to happen naman in the PBA Esports Bakbakan Draft? Kasi I'm sure sa mga PBA fans na matagal na nandito rin ngayon, meron na silang idea kung paano to nagwo-work. Pero sa ating mga first-timers na makakaranas at makakanood ng draft, ipaliwanag natin para mas maunawaan nila.
Yes, tamang-tama ka dyan, Brigida. As someone na first time din na makakaranas ng isang PBA draft, ngayon naman ay alamin na natin ang draft mechanics para sa kauna-unahang PBA Esports Bakbakan. Ayan, so if-flash din naman natin dito sa screen natin ang ating mechanics. But of course, starting off, ayan, all 12 PBA teams will have a chance to select their players through the draft.
Now, for the team draft order, it was already determined last Thursday, February 9, 2023, by the team managers representing the Board of Governors.
The first team gets to select their chosen draftees, followed by the second team until the 12th team chooses their draftees to conclude the round.
Now, the first two rounds will be the influencer pool, followed by the Academe, and then the teams will get to select 3 fans simultaneously come the 4th round.
Yes, and now, a disclaimer para sa lahat ng mga PBA Esports fans natin dyan. Some of our influencers will be automatically drafted papunta sa mga specific teams nila due to some existing contracts with exclusive brands.
Ayan, we will know more about that later on, but sana klaro ito sa lahat ng ating mga manonood. Kaya naman, Rexler, banggitin na rin natin para sa ating mga viewers or audience na nandito ngayon ang pagkakasunod-sunod ng mga kupunan para sa ating draft.
Ayan, grabe, napaka-exciting nito. Kaya naman mga kababayan na nandito sa Robinsons, Manila, I want to hear your loudest cheers kapag narinig ninyo ang pangalan ng mga paborito nyong PBA teams. Ayan, pero bagong lahat, mag-energy level check muna tayo.
Sige.
Ayan, kapag sinabi kong PBA Esports, sasabihin nyo, bakbaka na!
Sige.
Alright, in 1, 2, 3, PBA Esports!
Bakbakan na!
Kaya pa, mas malakas pa, PBA Esports!
Bakbakan na!
One more time, PBA Esports!
Bakbakan na!
Ayan na nga, ipakita na natin ang pagkakasunod-sunod ng ating mga teams para sa PBA Esports Bakbakan.
Ayan, so first up, ang mauuna ay ang Ginebra San Miguel,
Next, we have the TNT Tropang Giga.
followed by Magnolia Chicken Templados Hot Shots,
Next is Terra Firma Jeep
Blackwater Bossings,
and Lex Road Warriors.
Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters,
Northport Batang Pierre.
Meralco Bolts,
Rain or Shine Elasto Painters.
Converge Fiber Xers,
And of course, San Miguel Beermen. Ito na po mga kababayan ang pagkakasunod-sunod ng selection ng ating very first PBA Esports Bakbakan.
jam-packed with excitement nga naman, no, Rexler, yung ating PBA Esports Bakbakan. But for the first round, we will go first with, as mentioned kanina, yung influencers with existing contracts with Barangay Ginebra San Miguel, TNT Tropang Giga, and Converge Fiber Xers.
Ayan, again, uunahin po natin ang tatlong brands na ito, Barangay Ginebra San Miguel, TNT Tropang Giga, and Converge Fiber Xers dahil meron silang mga influencers with existing contracts. And ayan na nga, ang PBA Esports Bakbakan ay hindi magiging matagumpay without our partner. Of course, we would like to thank Converge. Of course, PBA Esports Bakbakan is co-presented by our friends from Converge. At ano pa nga ba?
Ano pa ba? Ano pa bang hinihintay natin, Rexler? Feeling ko, ito na yung oras para ipasa na natin ang bola sa ating mga analysts, Leo, Sona, and Vince G. Bakbakan na!
Service ako nga pala si Leo. Kasama nandito si Sona at si Vince G. And to everyone here at Robinson's Place, Manila, we are here to celebrate history. In the years of the PBA, finally the crossover we've been waiting for, it's Esports Bakbakan. This draft is going to be the start of the inaugural Esports Bakbakan, and we're starting with a game that we all play, we all love. It's MLBB. Sona, kamusta man?
This is, such an amazing feeling to be part of such a prestigious event because we're going to be seeing a lot of people from different walks of life na makakasama yung kanilang mga iniidolo, hindi lamang sa larangan ng Mobile Legends, kundi pati na rin sa larangan ng esports. I mean, who would have thought, right? There's a lot of people na gustong maging parte ng mga PBA teams, gustong maging parte ng a lot of these big organizations and franchises, but for now, this is their opportunity to do that.
Correct, Ajan Sona, and this is where dreams is gonna come true, where dreams is gonna definitely happen here. Yung mga fans natin, they got their chance to be selected to play for an official 12 teams ng PBA. But syempre, hindi lang to basketball. We're talking about esports. We're talking about the first title, which is Mobile Legends Bang Bang, and I am looking forward to these fans. Hindi lang fans to kasi you also got the influencer and the people na nag-sign up and then they represented their schools, di ba?
Yep. And those are the Academe. Again, the draft will consist of 3 key members of the community. We have the influencers, we have the Academe, and of course, the fans. And we will get to them in just a bit. A real small bit of trivia, no? For those who are fans of esports, this is for you. Kasi ako, first time ko maging parte nito.
Yep.
And I think for a lot of our draftees as well, first time nilang makabilang sa ganito kalaking klaseng event. Again, it's the crossover between the most popular esports title in the country, possibly the world, and of course, our favorite pastime in the Philippines, basketball. The PBA actually started in 1975 with just 9 teams. Today, we have 12. And it's these 12 that are going to be drafting from the pool of influencers, of academe, and fans. Alam nyo ba, yung fans natin, libo-libo yan.
Yep.
Tapos, pinadaan sa filter,
Sinala,
sinala sa interview. Some of them even in person had to come in for us to know who the 70 will be here today.
Yep. And just to be specific with what you've mentioned, right? We started with 7,000 aspirants. You can just imagine the process kung gaano karami yung nag-register and, you know, tried their best, tried their luck until, gaya ng nasabi natin kanina, sinala until 700 remained. And now, we are going to be seeing 70 aspirants na nandyan sa kanilang mga upuan na nag-aasam na maging parte ng mga franchises natin, mga PBA teams na nandito ngayon that are really looking forward to be part of their squads. But yeah.
Vince G, correct me if I'm wrong, you were part of this process. You
Yeah.
were there to see all of the faces of all of the hopefuls, and whether they are PBA fans, whether they are MLBB Esports fans, I'm pretty sure merong overlap yan, merong pareho gustong maging esports athlete and at some point nangarap na maging parte ng PBA.
Exactly. And these guys, itong mga nag-register sa atin, this is their opportunity to play with their PBA idols, though, their aspirations in basketball. And syempre, another bonus here is yung mga influencers that they get to chance to, you know, team up with. And they are going to be part of one PBA team. And that is why, sabi mo nga, it's gonna be a bonus for them to play with their idols, both on esports and both on basketball.
And with that being said, wag na nating antayin pa. Simulan na natin. We're gonna go for our first pick. Let's throw it over to the stage.
Alright, thank you so much, Leo, Sona, and Vince G. Ayun na nga, binigyan na nga nila tayo ng isang in-depth analysis sa mga kaganapan ng proseso sa pagpili ng ating mga sasalang sa PBA Esports Bakbakan.
Tama. At kung meron talaga tayong isang salita na pwedeng i-describe sa kung ano yung mga asahan natin for today, that would be none other than historical. For the first time in the Philippines, at maaari na nating sabihin na yung sinabi mo nga kanina, dahil sa kaka-cellphone mo, mapupunta o pwede ka nang mapunta sa PBA.
At dahil dyan, sumabak na tayo sa pinakaunang round ng PBA Esports Bakbakan Draft. At this juncture, to present and welcome our draftees, may we call on stage PBA Commissioner Mr. Willie Marshall, co-founder and CEO of Dark League Studios, Mr. AC Valdenor, and the Program Director of Dark League Studios, Mr. Mark Chua. Let's give them a big, big hand. And now may we call on a representative from Barangay Ginebra, San Miguel.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. With our first draft pick, Barangay Ginebra San Miguel picks Akozi Doji.
to Barangay Ginebra, San Miguel, Nacer Ignacio Molazehi, also known as Ako Si Doggy. Part of the inaugural MPL Philippines Season 1 champion squad. He carried his team and he had a dream. And here today, he's living that dream. The Esports Bakbakan dream.
Probably one of the biggest personalities sa larangan ng MLBP will also be making his mark ngayon with one of the biggest organizations sa PBA. So this is a great tandem to have, you know, two big well-known names na ngayon ay posibleng mamayagpag sa larangan ng PBA Esports.
Well, we've seen hints of Doggy. He just watched Ginebra games. Nakita natin yung pagka-diehard fans niya dito, dun pa lang sa vlog niya. And now, he got a chance to play with Ginebra San Miguel. And I can't wait to hear what is Doggy has to say about, yun na, he was the first draft, he was the first pick of Barangay Ginebra San Miguel. And syempre, this is history in the making. Well, we've seen history. We're talking about history here. Alam natin na napaka-decorated player, an influencer.
Yep.
Doggy is one of those guys talaga na everyone is looking forward to.
Also, in addition to what you guys have mentioned, Doggy is actually starting to, you know, show some content of him playing basketball himself.
Oh, yeah.
Diba? Kaya parang very much well aware siya of the situation that is actually playing basketball. Pero ngayon, while being surrounded by PBA players, let's see how it goes.
Yep. Let's throw it over to courtside and hear from Ako Si Doggy himself.
Maganda ang ngiti. Siyempre, this is the first influencer na draft by of course, Ginebra San Miguel. And again, this is Ako Si Doggy. So this is history in the making, if not already history. Ano feeling na first team, first pick, ikaw ang nasa tabi ko ngayon?
First pick, syempre first season, champion agad. Hindi ko bibiguin yung Ginebra. Men, makita ko lang si Christian, being part na Ginebra na ako. Super fan talaga ako ng Ginebra. Thankful talaga ako na kinuha ko ng Ginebra. Ibang klase na. Naluluwa ako kasi super fan ako ng Ginebra. Shit. Yung mga kalaban ko, men, wasak kayong lahat. Promise. Kahit sino dyan, Chooks, Wrecker, Payne, Coco, wala na, men. Champion na. Hindi, wag lang nga natin ituloy. Champion na to, di ba? Bigay na yung trophy.
Very, very high energy and high hopes from our first draft here. We're going to be throwing it back to our hosts, Bijida and Rexler.
Wow. What are we?
That's Doggy for you.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I expected Doggy to say about being the first pick and being part of Barangay Ginebra San Miguel. Yun, eh, di ba? It's a dream come true for these two giants, titans of industry, to come together. And nung ina-imagine natin kung ano sabihin ni Dogs,
Yeah, that's
That's it.
exactly
That's
what we imagined him to say. I mean, he even called out his, you know,
His
fellow,
teammates.
his fellow
Yeah.
teammates to, you know, just be part of the squad. And given na siya na yung naging unang manlalaro, unang influencer na magiging parte ng ating kupunan, it will be interesting sa kung sino yung magiging susunod. Because again, this is only the first round of our influencer draft. So we still have one more. Kaya naman abangan natin kung sino nga ba yung magiging kakampi niya in the near future. Pero nag-uumpisa pa lang naman tayo eh.
Actually, things are just getting so much better with Doggy being the first pick. Siyempre, aalamin natin kung sino nga ba yung mga influencers na pwedeng mapunta sa mga susunod na teams. And I can't wait to see who is gonna be called up next doon sa stage. And so of course, we get to hear yung kanilang mga thoughts, just like what Doggy said.
Yep. So for now, to resume our draft, going to the next pick, let's throw it over back to our hosts.
Maraming salamat, Leo, Sona, and Vince G. Ayan na nga, unang influencer pa lang, pasabog na agad. Ako si Doggy. Again, one of the most prominent figures in the MLBB community, joins the ranks of Barangay Ginebra, San Miguel. Ayun, palakpakan ulit natin si Doggy. Ayan.
Alam mo, kung malakas na yung simula, patuloy pang tataas ang excitement ng buong tropa. Dahil ang susunod na kupunan para sa selection ng PBA Esports Bakbakan Draft ay ang TNT Tropang Giga.
Ayan, maybe call on a representative from TNT, Tropang Giga.
Hello. For the second pick,
TNT Tropang Giga selects Zapnu.
Billy Alfonso, also known as Zapnu. He himself, an MPL athlete. Now, fellas, I have a question for you. Now that he's drafted into a TNT Tropang Giga, my question, sa tagal-tagal ng paghahabol ni Zapnu sa tropeyo ng MPL, ito na nga ba yun?
Baka dito.
Sa esports, bakbakan ba siya mananalo?
Might just be the case because again, even kahit na hindi natin masyadong makikita si, Zapnu na maglaro sa pro scene, he's still a pro. And alam niya kung paano gumalaw, alam niya kung paano maglaro, and it's really going to be very essential because you start your team with a player who knows the game pretty well and knows how to execute the plays kasama yung kanyang opponent.
Well, I can't wait to see what Zapnu can bring sa koponan ng TNT Tropang Giga with the addition of the newest tropa, Billy Alfonso, aka Zapnu. And right now, alam ba bang hinihintay natin after matawag ni Zapnu, banggitin na dapat ng mga host yung susunod na draft pick.
Alright, thank you so much. Again, si Zapnu na ang pangalawang influencer na makakapasok sa TNT Tropang Giga. And unfortunately, Zapnu is not with us today. Pero syempre, sa mga susunod na bakbakan ay talagang makikita na natin kung gaano nga ba niya isa-zap ang Land of Dawn. Syempre, kasama na si Zapnu.
Ayan. Kaya nga, without any further ado, tawagin na natin yung ating susunod na team na pipili para dito sa first round natin. Let's all rise with the power of fiber. Ating saksihan kung sino ang makakasama sa Converge Fiber Xers.
Again, may we call on a representative from Converge Fiber Xers.
For the third pick, the Converge Fiber Xers select LeBron.
That's LeBron for you. Also himself an MPL alumni joining the ranks of Converge Fiber Xers.
Much as, we know a lot about this guy. He's an OG of the league, pero this time, dito siya magpapakitang gilas. Magmimisto lang OG din si LeBron dito because this is the very first tournament that we have in PBA Esports.
Well, I can't wait for LeBron na ipakita yung kanyang pwedeng ipakita for Converge Fiber Xers. Siyempre, we are now seeing kung ano nga ba mga favorite heroes niya. He can use Leoboard, he can use Lancelot, he can use Beatrix. So that means this guy, LeBron, he's very, very flexible towards his role. So, I mean, LeBron is probably a good addition to Converge Fiber Xers. And what are your thoughts about LeBron being picked by the Converge?
Last seen in MPL Philippines Season 8, he was under the banner of Bren Esports. I believe I'd like to double down on what you said, Vince G. Very versatile. Kasi even under that World Championship squad, parang ang daming nagampanang role ni LeBron. So here, with Converge Fiber Xers joining Ginto and Arana, I think marami siyang magagawa palalo.
And most importantly, I'm glad that you guys have mentioned more about the roles na pick up niya kasi it's gonna depend on his flexibility as a player. Given na marami siyang kayang i-play ng mga roles, it's really gonna be important moving forward.
Yep, let's go ahead and hear from LeBron. He's at courtside.
And for the third pick, nakita nga natin, Kuya Lebron, ang makikita natin for Converge X Fiber. And guys, eto na nga, Kuya Lebron, lagi ka nakikita sa larangan ng stream, pero ngayon, ibang liga naman ang matutunghayan natin for you. Ano yung ine-expect namin sa'yo at ano ine-expect mo naman for PBA Esports Bakbakan?
First, thank you sa Converge kasi nagtiwala sila sa akin. And matik champion na to. Yung sinabi ni Boss Dogs na champion sila, eto makakatikim ka na ng Converge na totoo. Ito na yung sinasabi mong Converge. Makakatikim ka na.
Thank you so much. Yan nga makakatikim na. Pero syempre, huwag na natin patagalin pa. Tingnan natin kung sino ang kasunod mag-pick for PBA Esports Draft. Host, take it away.
Maraming salamat, Tori. Ayan na nga, ang Converge Fiber Xers mukhang masasabi nila, Lebron for 3! Ayan na nga. Congratulations. And now, we will be proceeding with the rest of our teams. Ayan, so babalik na po tayo sa tamang order ng ating sequence. So now, our next team for our 4th pick is the Magnolia Chicken Templados Hotshots.
Hello.
A representative, please.
The Magnolia Chicken Templados Hotshots select the Ting Ting King, Eric Eruption Tai.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, this is huge. The Ting Ting King Eruption joins the ranks of the 4P champion team, Magnolia Chicken Templados Hotshots.
You can just imagine. You want a showman, he's your guy. You want, someone who plays really good at ML, he's your guy too. Kaya niyang gawin lahat, and this time being the very first player na masasama sa draft para sa Magnolia. This is, really going to be very important na hindi lang puro, ting-ting yung makikita natin sa kanya, but also the way he moves around the land of
I
Dog.
have a question for you, Vince G. Naramdaman mo na ba makipag 1v1 sa lane laban kay Eric Eruption Tai?
Parang mas gugustuhin ko pa makipag one-on-one sa kanya sa lane kaysa makipag one-on-one sa ting-ting-tang-tang. Lugi ako doon eh. Pero anyways, Eruption, as you've said, i-emphasize ko lang, is a huge pick for Magnolia Chicken Templados Hotshots. Not only sa laki ng muscle niya, and not only that guy is huge, but of course, we all know how versatile he is. He's a decorated athlete. We all know he played for the Philippine banner, and at the same time, he's gonna play for Magnolia right now, and the MLBB.
He's a complete athlete, a complete entertainer, a true just gentleman outside. And I'll tell you, Vince G, I would rather not do either. Ayoko maipag-ting-ting showdown. Ayoko rin maipag 1v1 because I'll tell you, I think for all of us here sa desk, ako lang ang naipag 1v1 sa lane. At some point, we were both off-laners. We played the show match before, yes. So I'm not sure if Eruption remembers, but here, kung sino man makakatapat niya sa lane while he's playing for Magnolia Chicken Templados Hotshots, good luck na lang. Nakakaginugulang ni Eruption kung sino man kalinya. I promise.
Vissi, let me tell you, that was a battle of the biceps right there.
Oh
it's
my.
Leo versus,
Eruption.
Tiklop ako sa kanya.
Yeah, tiklop ka talaga.
Bilang chessman ng MPL casters, siya na chessman ng buong esports bakbakan.
PBA Esports.
That's him.
Exactly.
That's him.
And
So,
another thing probably is the fact that when you take a look at their lineup, it's, Jerick Anmisi and James Lapwood, they would work really well together in a basketball game just because of, the size that they have. But also, these guys know how to play and communicate well with each other. So this is really going to be essential and important for them moving forward because, again, this is, an ideal pick para sa Magnolia.
and let's hear from the man himself. Let's throw it over to courtside. Eruption is waiting.
From hot moves to hot shots, Magnolia Chicken Templados Hot Shot. Second job here is none other than Eric Eruption Tai. So, from influencing to gaming to streaming now to PBA, describe your play style in this event in one word.
Kembutan na! Alam mo na yan. Pero syempre, all I want to say is first and foremost, Magnolia Chicken Templados, Hot Shots, thank you so much for this opportunities. Maraming salamat sa tiwala sa ating mga moves. Hindi lang sa kembutan, pero sa basketball court. Paputunayan ko yan. Doggy, watch out. Wrecker, alam mo na yan. We're next, bro. Kami ang magcha-champion. Promise na yan.
Parang pangatlong tao na ata yung nagsabi na magka-champion, and I can't wait to see kung yun yung sabihin ng ating pang-apat na draft. Back to you, host.
Thank you so much, Yuko. Sabi nga dito ni Eruption, parang ikikembot daw nila yung way nila papuntang championship. At excited na tayong lahat makita kung paano nga nila gagawin yon. But for now, alamin din muna natin, sino yung ating susunod na influencer na madadraft ng ating 5th team, which is ang Terra Firma Jeep.
And now, may we call on a representative from Terra Firma Jeep to announce their pick.
For the 4th pick, Terra Firma Jeep selects Leia Bernardino.
Leia B, ladies and gentlemen, as the first pick of the Terra Firma Jeep. First round. Well, Leia B, we all know that alam na natin kung gaano siya kasikat sa MLBB, and what are your thoughts about Jeep, the Terra Firma, on their first pick?
There's a lot of talent, I'd say, in the influencer pool. And if you're going to look for a role player and you're looking for someone who knows how to communicate well, I think Leia B fits the bill. I spent some time with Leia B in a show match or two, and I can tell you, she's a team player. Ang daming kayang i-provide ni Leia, whether she is playing, whether she's an active part of the roster in any given game, or when preparing. So, ayan, I'm excited. Terra Firma Jeep, definitely a solid pickup here.
Also, working with a lot of mages for her hero pool is going to be a major advantage and asset para sa Terra Firma Jeep heading into the draft. I mean, you've already mentioned it, napakarami ng star power na pwede niyang ibigay, a really good content creator, but also a very well-known MLBB player out on her streams and whatsoever. Every single time na nakikita mo siya on your screen, it is an automatic show. So we'll see how it goes for Leia moving on.
Well, we're gonna expect a lot of magic damage coming in from Leia B, and let's see how will the heroes ni Leia B is gonna work well with Gabayni and Alolino once na nasa Land of Dawn na sila.
Yep. And now that you're mentioning magic damage, there's a lot of other mage users in the influencer pool left.
Agree.
But for now, let's go ahead and hear from Leia B herself. She's courtside and she's ready to share some words. Leia, kumusta?
For the first draft natin, dito papatunayan natin na hindi lang panlalaki ang larangan ng esports. Nandito ang first ever na draft for girl gamer. Nandito, Miss Leia B. Anong masasabi mo? Dati nag-stream lang, pero ito, iba na yung liga na nandito ka. Anong nararamdaman mo? Anong i-expect namin sa'yo this PBA Esports?
Siyempre, thankful ako kasi sa Terra Firma Jeep sa pagpili po sa akin. And siyempre, gusto ko rin sabihin na magcha-champion din kami. Alam naman si Dogs lang, si Lebron lang. And siyempre, si Eric, best friend ko yan. Pero dito, hindi kami mag-best friend ngayon. Yan, thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much sa kauna-unahang girl na na-draft for PBA Esports Bakbakan. Pero huwag natin patagalin pa for the next draft. Host, take it away.
Thank you so much, Toriyama. And of course, as what the Gen Zs would say, let's go B. Again, Leia B joins Terra Firma Jeep. Ayan, napaka-exciting nga naman. Again, esports and gaming is open for everyone, especially for our women in gaming. Ayan.
And I think ngayon medyo excited na tayong makita kung sino yung kukunin para sa susunod nating team, which is none other than Blackwater Bossing. So now, may we call on our representative to announce who their pick is.
First number 5 selects Jukes TV.
Wow.
Who do they pick?
Blackwater Bossings, pick up Chooks TV.
Wow.
Streaming sensation. Now part of Blackwater Bossings. Fellas, your thoughts?
This is an amazing pickup. Let me tell you that. He's the founder of, picks na hindi natin madalas nakikita. Yung picks na ipinapagpaliban ng napakaraming mga manlalaro ng MLBB pero napapagana niya for some reason. And with those uncanny and unusual picks, how will things go moving forward para sa kanila?
Well, Laila Tak, eto na nga, Chooks TV. Ask and you shall receive. Everyone on the live stream and in Robinson's Atrium is just looking forward kung saan nga ba mapupunta si Chooks TV. And here you go, Blackwater didn't miss a single chance securing Chooks. Wow!
You can see in his body language, sobrang saya ni Chooks.
Look at how happy he is.
Sumayaw pa eh.
Yep. And ito na, uunahan ko na. Sasabihin niya rin bang silang magcha-champion?
I mean, lahat naman, di ba? Sabihin nila na magcha-champion sila, but it's the confidence that you develop within your team. Yung tiwala nila sa'yo, of course, the trust will also be rewarded by giving out your 100% as a player. Pero again, itong si Chooks ay isang malalaro ng MLBB na yung kanyang hero pool ay napaka-vast, napaka-wide, but he also uses those kinds of picks in a very unusual kind of situation. So, it's really gonna be very important kung sino yung mga kasama niya moving on.
Well, that's the advantage of the Blackwater Bossings. But let's now hear Chooks TV. Ngayon, alamin natin kung anong masasabi niya as the interview goes on. Let's go.
A Layla player has made it to this corner. Everyone, again, this is Chooks TV. And ang tanong ko lang, sino ang gusto mong makaharap ngayon sa PBA Esports?
Yung first draft, Dugi! Bibiradahin ko yan kasi nagyabang siya kanina. Wawasakin ko yung bitlog yan. Ay, joke lang.
Making his way into Blackwater Bossing again, this is Chooks TV. Back to you, host.
Thank you so much, Yuko and Chooks. Wala akong masabi doon. Parang
Masabi ko lang, napakatindi.
Oh!
Napaka-exciting
Ang tindi!
nga naman. Ayan na nga. So again, Chooks TV joins Blackwater Bossings. Ayan na nga, mukhang gagawin na nga exciting. At papunta na nga tayo sa exciting part dahil ang susunod na koponan na pipili ay ang NLEX Road Warriors. A representative, please.
NLEX Road Warriors select Payne.
NLEX Road Warriors have drafted themselves an MPL champion. Once an assassin main in the twilight of his career in the MPL, isa na rin siyang tank user, and of course, si Kapitan. That's Payne.
I'm actually very surprised na pinik siya at this point. I mean, available pa siya at this point because this is a player that has, a well-commended kind of resume in terms of his achievements and awards. And knowing yung kanyang mga naging achievements, it will really be essential. Just take a look at this squad, man. It's really star-studded. Idagdag mo pa si Payne, it is an automatic dominant force to be reckoned with.
Well, Payne, another addition. Just look at the pool, the hero pool na ginagamit niya. Talagang he intends to bring pain doon sa kalaban niya by using these assassin, Lancelot, Fanny, and Hayabusa. Let's see on how NLEX Road Warriors will utilize itong mga picks. Itong si Payne, kapag kinampi mo na siya kay Marion Magat and Philip Paniamogan.
Yep. He's Fanny main, Lance main, Haya main. Naalala ko, siya ulit ang nagpauso ng Franco, throwing back to Season 3 when they made it to the Grand Finals in Pasay City. But hey, let's hear straight from him the story of Payne. He's at courtside.
Nagbabalik ang El Capitan ng MLBB community for NLEX Road Warriors. Magbabalik si Kuya Payne. So nandito ka na ngayon sa PBA Esports Bakbakan. Ano pa ba ang aasahan ng mga fans for PBA Esports sa isang Kapitan Payne?
Siyempre, ano pa ba yung expect nila? Ako unang nag-champion ng Season 1 ng MPL. So, basic na yan, basic. Ayan, gusto ko rin pasalamatan yung kinakabahan ako. Ayan, NLEX sa pagpili sa akin. Maraming salamat sa opportunity. Thank you.
Yan, eto na nga ang pagbabalik. At sino pa nga ang magbabalik sa ating mga draft? Pakinggan natin para sa ating next draft. Host, take it away.
Alright, thank you so much, Toriyama. Ayan, so, dadalhin kaya ba ni Payne, bibigyan ba ng Payne ang mga gusto mag-champion kanina? Ayan na nga, again, NLEX Road Warriors selects Payne. Okay, and now...
And now, we are medyo nangangalahati na para sa mga inaabangan nating teams. At sumunod, pakinggan na rin natin kung sino yung pipiliin ng Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters. May we now call on a representative.
Good afternoon. Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters select Honda Beast.
Honda Beast. Also, an MPL alumni, once played under the banner of EVOS PH, as well as Blacklist International, joins Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters.
That's a good pickup if I see one, man. I'm telling you, this is now the time for our PBA teams to pick up on those decorated players from the professional scene, and Honda Beast is one of them. And nakita natin yung kanyang mga naging impact. Dati, there's not a lot of people who really want to play Rome, pero dahil nakikita nila yung highlights ni Honda Beast all over social media, it inspired them to, baka kaya ko ding mag-set, baka kaya ko ding magbigay ng opportunity for my team to actually score and get the win.
Well, those three heroes, Kufra, Grok, and Cho, talagang aasahan natin na malupitang set ang gagawin ni Honda Beast for the Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters. And I can't wait to see what Honda Beast is gonna bring together with Chris Lalata and JB Mocon once na nasa lang na sila sa bakbakan.
Also, in addition, Honda Beast also recently had his coaching career. So, kita mo yung knowledge and intellect niya pagdating sa paglalaro. Not only pagdating sa paglalaro, but also strategizing yung game itself. So, very interesting.
Let's see what's going on in the head of one Honda Beast. Meron siyang interview sa may court side.
Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters, ito ang kanilang dinraft. This is Honda Beast. So, tomorrow kasi Valentine's Day na. So, ang tanong ko, ano feeling na lagi mong kaduwa si Madam Yuri Gaming, pero ngayon, kalaban mo na siya dito sa PBA Esports?
Hindi ko alam parang mahirap mamanalo.
Pero di ba sabi nila, parang lahat gusto mag-champion. Ikaw ba, what can you offer para sa team mo?
Siguraduhin ko na na mabibigyan ko ng magandang panalo.
And again, guys, that has been Honda Beast, one of the familiar names in the industry. Host, back to you.
Thank you so much, Yuko. And titignan nga natin para sa upcoming PBA Esports Bakbakan, Rex, no? Kung madadala or may-utilize nga ba ni Honda Beast yung kanyang pagka-all-around bilang bahagi ng Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters.
Ayan na nga, naging player na siya, naging coach pa. And feeling ko, kaya na kaya niyong ipag-champion, pero dito naman sa PBA. Ayan na nga. And now, we will be calling on Northport, Batang Pierre, to select their pick. A representative, please.
Northport, Batang Pierre, select Yuri Gaming.
A trailblazer herself, Yuri Gaming is also notable for being, if I'm not mistaken, the first woman to be a part of the MPL in its early seasons. And here she is now joining Northport, Batang Pierre.
Such an impressive feat. And in addition to that one, also going to be the second woman this time to be drafted in PBA Esports. We've seen her plays all over social media. Nakita natin kung ano ang kaya niyang gawin. He can play different roles in different parts of the Land of Dawn. So with this one, yung paghahalo ng composition, yung magiging interesting dito. Kasi paano ngayon siya mag-translate into the gameplay and the lineup that they have moving forward in the draft?
Well, with Kent Salado and Roy Sumang na magiging kakampi ni Madam Yuri Gaming, tingnan natin kung ano nga ba ang mabibring up niya once na naisalang na siya together with the Northport Batang Pierre. And not only that, I believe that Yuri Gaming has a lot of capabilities na may aambag, but let's ask Yuri Gaming on what are her thoughts on her being picked by the Northport Batang Pierre.
For the Northport Batang Pierre draft, ang second girl for our PBA Esports Bakbakan. Madam Yuri, lagi nating ikaw din nakikita. Ngayon, mapapatunayan muli ng mga girls na hindi lang pang streaming, hindi lang pang entertainment, pangliga na sa buong Pilipinas ngayon ang girl game. Ano masasabi mo at anong i-expect namin sa'yo for PBA Esports?
Una sa lahat, maraming salamat sa PBA Esports and of course sa Northport sa pagpili sa akin. I know na babae ako pero mas gagalingan ko pa. Ayan sila Doggy, natalo ko na yan. So let's go!
Natalo na nga pero uulitin nga ba ng ating girl gamer. So para sa next at bakbakan nating for draft, host, take it away.
She walked so everyone could run, especially for our women in gaming. Ayan, maraming salamat and congratulations to Yuri Gaming being part of Northport Batang Pier.
Now we're down to the last 3 teams for round 1. Kaya naman wag na nating patagalin pa to, Rexler. Alamin na natin kung sino ang pipiliin ng Meralco Bolts. Maybe call on a representative, please.
Meralco Bolt select Coco Sampang.
Oh, wow, an electrifying pick for Meralco Bolts. That's Coco, aka Coco Sampang. That's a world champion athlete right there.
Just look at this guy, man. I mean, I can't believe na dumating siya into at least our 10th pick of the draft. Knowing that he's a world champion, he really plays well with his role. I mean, marami siyang parte ng kanya nagiging hero pool. Not just those heroes that you see on your screens right now. But again, very important is the energy that this guy gives. How electrifying it is to be part of Meralco Bolts right now. And very important yung kanyang magiging leadership, especially sa kanyang mga makakasama sa lineup.
Very electrifying indeed. Coco Sampang, championship material. Is he gonna bring the championship, the first ever PBA Esports Bakbakan Championship towards the Meralco Bolts? Kukuryentehin kaya ni Coco Sampang ang kanilang makakalaban dito together with Kyle Pascual and Alvin Pasaol? Well, let's see on what is Coco going to contribute for the Meralco Bolts, because not only the heroes na nasa screen kanina, talagang ako looking forward ako makita yung Laila Zilong at Miyang niya.
Yep.
Pero I wanted to look forward doon sa mga pwedeng maging roles ni Coco Sampang because he knows a lot.
Wala din yung Coco Claude.
Coco Claude.
Yung isa mga pinaka-kinakatakutan, yung championship Claude. But for now, let's go ahead and hear from Coco himself. He's at courtside.
Meralco Bolts picking up Coco. So, of all the influencers na nanadaan natin kanina, sa tingin mo, ano ang pinagkaiba mo sa kanila when it comes to the Land of Dawn?
Ako yung tunay na champion?
Spicy! Yun lang. Ano ba yung mga message mo sa mga co-influencers mo dito?
Good luck sa amin lahat. Ayan.
Again, guys, that has been Coco from Meralco Bolts. Back to the host.
Thank you so much, Yuko. At narinig nga natin doon, medyo pamilyar na siya sa pagiging kampyon. So, mauulit niya nga ba yun dito sa kauna-unahang season ng PBA Esports Bakbakan? Malalaman na natin yan.
Kaabang-abangan naman ang mga kaganapan, especially mga salitang binibitawan ng mga players natin. Pero, malalaman ba natin kung sino ang susunod na draftee mula sa Rain or Shine Elasto Painters? A representative, please, from Rain or Shine Elasto Painters.
The Rain or Shine Elasto Painters select Okata.
Rain or Shine, Elasto Painters drafting Okata. Fellas, hindi lang ba ako nagulat dito dahil yung pangalan ni Okata ay sabihin natin relatively new sa larangan ng esports, even amongst the influencers pool here in PBA Esports Bakbakan. What do you think is going on in the minds of the representatives of Rain or Shine here?
It's an up and rising talent, and this organization continues to hone young people to be the best versions or be the best players of themselves galing sa basketball. And that's what we've seen from his current teammates ngayon, na sila Gian Mamuyak and si Ray ng Batak. And knowing that Okata is a new name to the industry pero malakas pa rin in a sense, it's really gonna be overflowing of the fountain of youth para sa side ng Rain or Shine.
Well, that's a good point na pinoint nyo kanina, no? Rain or Shine continuing to hone talents, and they see something in Okata na pwedeng magpanalo for the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters. They just went all in. They just trusted Okata on what he is gonna bring. And Nain ng Batak and Gian Mamuyak, they're both guards, and we all know that yung mga guards, yung mga point guards, sobrang liksi niyan. And yung mga heroes na ginagamit niya, Gushon, Fanny, and Hayabusa, all of those heroes are just versatile, sobrang liksi.
Yep, and you need that kind of flexibility when you're drafting amongst different pools like this. Let's go ahead to courtside and hear from Okata himself.
Rain or Shine, Elasto Painter selects Okata, one of the streamers na very active sa community ngayon. Okata, congratulations for being part of PBA Esports Bakbakan team. Ngayon, iba yung larangan ng streamers lang na doon ka batak, pero ngayon buong Pilipinas sa makakapanood ng iyong talento. Anong masasabi mo sa kanila, especially sa Rain or Shine?
Yun, thank you Rain or Shine sa pag-trust sa atin. Thank you. And sabihin ko sa inyo, positibo kami, Rain or Shine, mag-champion sa Gusion.
Woo! Ito na nga ang isa sa assassin user natin for PBA Esports Bakbakan. Pero sino nga ba ang panghuling magpipick? Take it away, host.
Alright, thank you so much. Mukhang makikita na natin ang top 1 Gusion na in action dito sa PBA Esports Bakbakan. Exciting things happening for Rain or Shine, Elasto Painters. Pero Brigida, our last team.
Our last team for the first round, inaabangan na natin kung sino yung tatapos sa first round natin. Kaya naman tawagin na natin ang San Miguel Beermen para piliin ang pick nila. A representative, please.
The San Miguel Beermen selects, syempre sa pinakamaangas, Ghost Wrecker.
Ayun.
What a way to close up the first round of influencers with the Beerman picking up Ghost Wrecker. He himself an MPL Philippines champion from season 9. And of course, pagdating sa larangan ng influencers, pagdating sa, syempre, palakasan ng dating, Ghost Wrecker second to none.
Bringing the swag to San Miguel is gonna be Ghost Wrecker this time. Just look at the guy, really happy to be here, and at the same time, really excited to show what he can do. This is a showman personified. Ghost Wrecker is gonna be your guy.
Wow, out of the 24 influencer pool, talagang in-all-in na ng San Miguel Beermen ang kanilang pick, and they went for Ellison. They went for Ghost Wrecker na alam naman natin na nakita natin na nag-champion yung team niya doon sa MPL, and I can't wait to see kung ano nga bang pwedeng makontribute dito ni Ghost Wrecker, bringing those heroes, Gusion, Hayabusa, and of course, Lunox. Well, Beerman never disappoints. I wanted to see this.
Hindi sikreto na may mga rivalries sa PBA.
Yeah.
And pagdating sa MLBB influencers, meron ding rivalries between ako si Doggy, Ghost Wrecker, and Zapnu. So now that we've heard from ako si Doggy, I think everyone is looking forward to what Ghost Wrecker has to say, especially being, I'd say, the marquee closer of the first round here at Esports Bakbakan Draft Day. Let's throw it over to courtside. Ghost Wrecker, kumusta?
Last but definitely not the least, we have for our San Miguel Beermen, Ghost Wrecker. Yan, taas na energy ngayon, di ba? So ang tanong ko po sa'yo ngayon, sir, ang dami ng dumaan na influencers before you, ang dami ng nasabing inspiring messages, ano naman ang masasagot mo sa kanilang lahat?
Sino? Ano?
Yung mga naunang influencer sa'yo?
Sino?
Sina Doggy, sina Yuri Gaming, sina Honda Beast.
Sino?
Well, I guess, guys, that has been Ghost Wrecker for you. Again, part of San Miguel Beermen. Back to the analyst.
Just as how we expected Doggy to say what he did, etong kay Wrecker, magugulat ka talaga minsan, pero yun din yun eh. Sa love ko, in my heart of hearts, yung next mo kong sasabihin din ni Wrecker.
Sino nga ba talaga, no? But again, the first 12 influencers have finally been chosen. And to take note, 9 out of 12 of those influencers were from the professional scene. So again, this is a very impressive showing. Kilala nila, they did the research, they've taken a lot of notes, and wala pa, hindi pa tayo, lagpas na tayo sa kalahati, pero hindi pa rin tayo nauubusan ng talent.
Vince, I have a question for you. If you were the team owners, the team managers, the representatives from the PBA teams drafting today, would you have made the same calls? I'd like you to think about that. For now, let's throw it over to Converge.
Level up na ang mga bida maganda sa liga, halika, sige na dali na. Napakaangas, napakatalas, ang pinuhunang katas ng pangarap. Hanggang alaba, abante, diskarte, di bale.
And there you have it, our first round of draft picks. I'm Aisha. Along with me is my fellow FiberX League members, Lon, and of course, our newest member, LeBron. Once again, good afternoon to the fans watching the first ever PBA Esports Bakbakan Draft presented by Converge. Live na live kami dito ngayon sa Robinsons, Manila, and talagang ramdam na namin ang excitement ng resulta ng draft night.
I'm so glad to be part of this team, Converge, and this is my dream talaga na ma-draft sa PBA. And ayun, sobrang ang saya kasi kasama ko sa history ng PBA Esports Bakbakan.
That's right, LeBron. Alam naman namin magiging exciting ang mga susunod mong laban. So we can't wait to see you play sa Converge.
Speaking of being drafted, ano pala masasabi niyo sa first round of pick?
First round pa lang, sobrang init na. Draft pick pa lang, may gusto na mga mag-champion. So excited ako sa mga mga maglalaban, lalo na kay Wrecker. Nakalimutan niyang marami pala siyang kalaban. Hindi niya na napansin na siya na lang yung mag-champion eh.
Oh, actually napansin ko puro ex-professional player yung mga na first pick.
Mukhang exciting talaga ang bakbakan na mangyayari sa bagong esports league na to, and I cannot wait for the second round of draftees.
Agree ako sa iyo dyan. Itong mga susunod na rounds naman, para sa mga hindi pa nakakaalam, ay mga draftees mula sa iba't ibang fans, pati na rin sa mga eskwelahan. So, napaka-astig. Pero syempre, none of this would be possible without the pure power of Pure Fiber, ang official partner ng PBA Esports Bakbakan, Converge.
Tama, wala tayo rito ngayon kung wala yung Converge to help out not just this event but the whole esports community. So Converge understands kasi what true gamers want. They continue to create products na talaga naman magbibigay ng advantage para sa mga totoong game changers. Makikita nyo naman sa message ng Converge COO na si Sir Boboy Romero na talagang all out support sila para sa atin.
Kaya maraming salamat sa Converge for giving us fiber innovations like Game Changer Internet Plans. Converge Game Changer Plans lang ang may high prioritization feature that will raise our games to the power of fiber.
Mas lalo talaga magiging exciting ang first ever PBA Esports Bakbakan dahil sa Converge Game Changer. Let's go back to the main floor para sa second round ng draft.
Welcome back to the desk. At your service, ako nga po pala si Leo. Kasama nandito si Sona at si Vince G. In just a few, we will recap to you exactly what happened in the first round, where we went into the influencers pool and drafted the first picks for the 12 teams here at PBA Esports Bakbakan. Before we get to that, real quick, I would like for you to put your attention over to the main screen. Nandyan po ang ating mga picks. Of course, from top to bottom, ako si Doggy, Zapno Eruption, Leia B, Chooks TV, Pain, Honda Beast, Yuri Gaming, Coco Sampang, Okata, Lebron, and Wrecker for our PBA teams from first pick. That's Barangay Ginebra, San Miguel, all the way to San Miguel Beerman. Sona, Vince G, your thoughts?
Well, nabanggit na natin, nakita natin sa screen yung mga influencers na nabanggit pa. That means Chin Valdez, Coach Tres, Eleanor, Hypebeats, Kimberly, King Jastro, Mage Dad, UG, 150, Sainty, 30 Gaming, Totoy, and Warrior Gaming is still up for grabs. And we can't wait to see what's gonna happen there. We got our host on stage.
Thank you so much, Sona. And there we have it. That finishes the first round of our selection. Pero meron pa tayong 3 rounds to go.
Ayan, we have 3 rounds to go at papalapit na nga tayo ng papalapit sa mga exciting parts pa ng ating programa. Pero bago ang lahat, syempre nais nating pasalamatan dito sa PBA Esports Bakbakan ang ating mga sponsors.
This program is brought to you by the Philippine Basketball Association. #Game tayo dito.
PBA Esports Bakbakan is also co-presented by Converge.
And our official event partners, Robinsons Manila, Jamba Juice, Greenwich, Curve Coffee, Happy Lemon, and catering brought to us by Aristocrat.
PBA Esports Bakbakan is also powered by Dark League Studios, where heroes come to light.
And now, for the first pick of the second round, sisimulan natin itong muli galing sa original order natin, starting off with Barangay Ginebra, San Miguel.
Again, a representative from Barangay Ginebra, San Miguel.
For our first pick in the second round, Barangay Ginebra San Miguel chooses Sainty.
That's that, folks. Christian Sandardinger picks one of his teammates to be Sainty, the 1v1 specialist.
I was about to say, like, this is a huge moment for him dahil ang dami niya nang nakalaban, mapakapwa niya influencer or mapa-fan niya sa social media. So now, given the hero pool that he has, also being, partners with Doggy sa larangan ng paglalaro para sa Ginebra, this is really a huge factor moving forward sa ating tournament.
Well, with Stan Hardinger announcing their teammates, we can see ako si Doggy and Sainty on stage, and you can see the vast variety of moves, as you've said kanina, no? Na itong si Sainty, he's one of the 1v1 specialists, and that means I wanted to see Sainty on the laning phase.
Baka may oras na siya pa nga mismo yung magbuhat na hindi niya na kailangan mag-rely sa team play, na kung sakali na malagay yung kanilang kupunan sa alanganin, siya mismo yung gagawa ng paraan.
Let's move on to our next pick. We're going to stage.
Alright, again, we welcome in Barangay Ginebra, San Miguel, Sainty, one of our 1v1 specialists, ika nga. At ayan na, sinimula na ng Barangay Ginebra, San Miguel, ang napaka-exciting na second round natin. Pero, Brigida.
Pero medyo pataas ng pataas yung ating mga excitement na nararamdaman dahil magpapatuloy na rin tayo sa ating second team na pipili ng kanilang draft pick. TNT Tropang Giga, a representative please.
For a second pick in the second round, TNT Tropang Giga selects King Jazro.
Jasro joins the ranks of Zapnu, and as well his PBA teammates Montalvo and Tungkab. They're part now of TNT Tropang Giga.
You can already see the potential damage dealers of the team, right? King
Indeed.
Jasro, a very good assassin user, especially with the hero pool that you see right now on your screens. It's Fanny, Gushon, Helkert, ilan sa mga kilalang heroes when you talk about damage in the early portions of the match. So, in terms of early game domination, maghahalo talaga yung synergy ni Zapnu, possibly going into the gold lane, and King Jasro kind of, trailblazing for them in terms of early game.
I was about to ask that, no? Since nakita natin na yung main heroes ni Zapnu is similar din, Fanny and Gushon, kay King Jastro, well, we can assume that Zapnu can adjust his role and let Jastro being the jungler for the TNT Tropang Giga. And now, nakakadalawang influencers na ang TNT Tropang Giga. I can't wait to see more dito sa ating drafts.
And with that, I think given the picks and the order of the teams making them, parang mas lalo natin makikita kung saan nga ba kukunin nung mga teams yung main artery nila, yung roaming, yung mid, at yung jungler.
Yes.
So for TNT Tropang Giga, I agree with you. King Jastro can go into the jungle, go into mid, Zapnu can. But for now, let's go ahead and move on to our next pick. Let's throw it over to our hosts.
Thank you so much, Leo. Talagang tama ka dun eh. Medyo unti-unti na nating nakikita yung nabubuo or kung saan nga ba mapupunta yung respective players na pinipick ng ating mga kupunan. Kaya naman nakaka-excite isipin na kung sino pa yung mga susunod.
Yes, at bago tayo pumunta sa ating susunod na kupunan, we're inviting all of our mall goers here at Robinsons Manila. Nag-e-enjoy po ba kayo? Ayan, mukhang nag-enjoy nga naman sila. Dahil dyan, of course, we're encouraging everyone, feel free na mag-post po sa mga social media accounts nyo, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Dahil ito nga ang PBA Esports bakbakan natin. Ito yung kauna-unahan and historical moment for the PBA, opening its doors to esports and gaming.
Tamang flex lang dapat na nandito tayong lahat ngayon sa napaka-historical na event na ito. At syempre, magpapatuloy na tayo agad, Rex, dahil tatawagin naman na natin ang representative from Magnolia Chicken Templados Hot Shots para sabihin sa atin kung sino yung pick nila.
For the third pick in the second round, the Magnolia Chicken Templados Hot Shots pick Mage Daddy Yuji.
AKA Mr. Consistent, Mage Dad Yuji, finally picked up here, joining the 4P champions in Magnolia Chicken Templados Hot Shots. He himself, an MPL champion.
And they have a very well-trusted ally in Mage Dad Yuji, man. One of the best players to ever play the game here in the Philippines. Kita nyo naman sa kanyang mga naging recent achievements, sa kanyang mga ini-impart na knowledge towards his fans. And also, in terms of competition, kahit na anong mangyari, never count the Mage Dad out just because of the fact that he can do it all. In terms of what he can do as a player, he is definitely your guy.
Well, Mage Dad Yuji, another addition sa ating Magnolia Chicken Templados Hot Shots, and gusto ko nang malaman kung ano ang titimplahin dito ni Mage Dad Yuji together with Eruption. No? So this is gonna be an interesting composition. We've got James Laput, we got Ann Missy kanina, sinamaan si Yuji sa sila Eruption on stage. But I am very, very curious on what is gonna be their lineup for the upcoming PBA Esports regular season. But syempre, bago tayo bago natin alamin yon, feeling ko kailangan pa natin alamin yung blanco. And with that, let's throw in to our host para malaman ang susunod na pick.
Alright, maraming salamat again. MageDad.UG ang ating susunod na mga kasama ng Magnolia Chicken Templados Hot Shots.
And now, may we call on the representative from Terra Firma Jeep to also tell us kung sino nga ba yung pick nila.
Terra Firma Jeep select Chin Valdez.
Terra Firma Jeep drafts themselves a Fanny specialist. Last time I shared a stage with this young man, it was at MPL Philippines Season 6 playoffs. So again, I can tell that there's a lot of game IQ going into Terra Firma Jeep's lineup. That's Chin Valdez.
And he knows how to get inside team fights, how to go out. He has incredible game IQ and game sense pagdating sa paglalaro ng MLBB. So, pairing up with Miss Leia Bernardino, these guys, I believe, are good friends and they know how to communicate well. So, given na meron na silang chemistry outside of their gameplay, now being teammates, it's really gonna be super essential moving forward.
Gustong-gusto ko nang malaman ang paandar ng Terra Firma Jeep because maganda to. We got Leia B, we got Chin Valdez on the same team na magiging kasama nila Joseph Cabayni and Jello Alolino. No? So I'm looking forward to what are they gonna bring. And Chin Valdez is just gonna be another addition. But, syempre, wala natin patagalin pa. We are going to know who is gonna be the next pick of the Blackwater Bossings.
Maraming salamat. And yan na nga, alam na natin ngayon na mapupunta si Chin Valdez sa Terra Firma Jeep.
And up next, ang susunod na pipili sa ating second round ay ang Blackwater Bossings.
Second round, fifth selects Coach Tres.
Coach Dress joins the Blackwater Bossings. First was Chooks TV, and now Tres joins Ular and Suerte.
Again, an up-and-coming player dito sa MLBB industry. We know what this guy can contribute to them. Given the wide hero pool na meron siya, he can definitely adjust to some certain situations depending on his teammates. Again, gaya ng nabanggit mo kanina, Chooks TV is really going to be his teammate. They know, or we know that Chooks TV can really contribute pagdating sa pagbibigay ng energy and wits towards the team. But it is going to be up to Coach Tres to somewhat hold the line for them given na napakarami ng parte ng hero pool niya.
Pasok ang tres para sa Blackwater Bossings. With that addition, no, I'm looking forward sa pagtatambal nila ni Chooks TV on how will they contribute dito sa Blackwater Bossing. And, of course, NLEX Road Warrior has 10 picks.
Mukhang may makakatapat na ba si Lebron sa pagkila ng tres?
Ella Norm.
That was quick. All right. NLEX Road Warriors knows exactly who they want. And now, alongside Kapitan Payne, Ella Norm joins the ranks.
Wala nang paligoy-ligoy pa. This is, again, one influencer that really knows how to play the game. His or her hero pool rather doesn't really stick with one role. So given na kaya niyang makipaglaro sa iba't ibang larangan, he's gonna be paired up with Payne, a well-known, pro player from before, and paired up with Eleanor. This is really gonna be a fun team to watch. NLEX has Magat and Philip Anyamogan, and the composition of the team is actually looking pretty good.
Well, I can see the excitement dito ng NLEX Road Warriors. Talagang they didn't hesitate to pick Ella Norm and partner it up with Payne. And I'm looking forward to the tambalan of Payne and Ella Norm, no? Together with Marian Magat and Philip Panyamogan. And the host will call on the next pick.
Thank you so much. And just to recap, Ella Norm will be going to the NLEX Road Warriors.
Ayan, at shoutout nga naman sa mga fans ni Ella Norm doon. May pa-banner pa dyan sa may Starbucks. Thank you so much. Ayan. And now, our next team to select is from Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters.
Hi, good afternoon. For second round, Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters select Kimberly C. Arcillas.
Kimberly joins the ranks of Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters alongside Honda Beast.
This is another great pickup, a woman that has already proven himself in the land of Dawn. She is a marksman specialist, as you can see on your screens right now. And one big factor sa nakikita natin ngayon is the fact that, meta heroes yung meron siya when you take a look at her hero pool. So being paired up with Honda Beast, who really knows how to rotate around the map, this is a really great pickup na kung sakali na talagang mabantayan si Miss Kimberly sa kanyang gold lane, it will really bear fruit para sa side ng Phoenix.
Interesting lineup. We've got a roamer that can protect the marksman, ladies and gentlemen. No? Phoenix knows their picks so well, and talagang meron na silang roaming, meron na silang marksman. Well, I'm looking forward kung sino nga ba yung magiging core, yung magiging XP lane. But we've got more picks to come, and the host is gonna announce the next team to pick.
All right, thank you so much. And again, thank you as well to Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters. And now, let's proceed to our next team.
For our next team, may we now call on the representative from Northport Batang Pier to tell us who their pick is.
The Northport Batang Pier select 3D Gaming.
Here, joining Salado, Sumang, and Yuri with Northport Batang Pier. If there's something I can say about 30 is he's always a pleasant guy. Napakabait ng batang to. Huwag mo lang pag-iinitan sa laro.
And this is the gaming duo. Kasi Yuri Gaming and 30 Gaming are going to be together in one squad. And in addition to what you have mentioned as well, he is somewhat a 50-50 1v1 specialist and also a good team player. Nakikita natin yung kanyang mga streams, kaya niyang gumamit ng mga heroes na talagang nakapagbibigay ng kaukulang damage sa kanilang kalaban. So with Yuri, this is a really good duo to watch out for.
Well, mukhang game na game ang Northport Batang Pier based on their picks, and Meralco Bolts host is gonna announce who is going to be their pick.
Thank you so much. Now that's 30 gaming for Northport Batang Pier.
Alright, and now, pumunta na tayo sa ating susunod na koponan na pipili, which is Meralco Bolts.
The Meralco Bolts select 150.
$150 here is now a member of the Meralco Bolts alongside Coco, Pasol, and Pascual.
Well, 150. Tingnan natin kung ano nga ba ang mako-contribute niya sa Meralco Bolts with those heroes na nakita natin sa screen. We've got Bruno, Gusion, and then eto na nga mga kaibigan, I'm looking forward sa i-contribute talaga nila. Well, magandang samahan siguro nila ni Coco dito. And with Kyle Pascual and Alvin Pasaol, I can see talaga na Meralco Bolts is just getting all those powerhouse influencers on their pool.
And one thing siguro na pwede nating mapansin kay 150, we've mentioned a lot about the hero pool, about the play style, pero this guy knows how to play mind games. This guy knows how to disrupt yung mentality ng kanyang kalaban. So given na napili siya ngayon ng Meralco together with Coco, that's a huge possible chaos na may encounter ng kalaban nila heading on.
Yep, emotional warfare ang posibleng mangyari dito. Let's throw it over to the stage to get our next pick.
Alright, and again, Meralco Bolts chooses 150 to join their ranks. Ito na.
And now for the third to the last team to choose their pick. May we now call on our representative from Rain or Shine Elasto Painters to tell us who their pick is.
For our second pick, the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters select Warrior Gaming.
Rain or Shine Elasto Painters pick up Warrior Gaming to join Okata, Mamuyak, and Nambatak.
You can see the direction that Rain or Shine is actually going for. They're really investing on the up-and-coming talent. They're really investing on the youth para makita at magpakitang gilas para sa Elasto Painters. Warrior with over 1.3 million followers on her Facebook page is really, really essential na ipakita ng kanyang mga fans yung suporta because you can already see the talent that there is. A lot of things are yet to unfold for this team. Marami pa tayong pwedeng malaman tungkol sa kanila and it is really gonna be important kung papaano ba sila mag-translate sa laro with the big boys and with the influencers na makakalaban nila throughout the PBA draft.
Ang top talents indeed. Paano pa kaya kapag sinamahan sila ng mga players coming in from different schools and then the fans na talagang hopefully na ipakita yung kanilang galing. And Rain or Shine, as you've said, they managed to make those players shine and the host now will unveil the next pick.
Thank you so much, Vince G. And there we have it. Rain or Shine Elasto Painters selects Warrior Gaming.
And for our next pick, may we call on Converge Fiber Xers.
Converge selects Totoy.
$2.1 million on Facebook, 1.1 million on TikTok. Sinong hindi nakakilala kay Totoy, now a part of Converge Fiber Xers alongside Lebron.
Totoy pa lang, pero tingnan natin kung paano nga ba ang magiging galawan niya kapag isinama siya with LeBron. Look at those hero pools. We've got Lancelot, we've got Ling and Hayabusa. LeBron and Totoy will definitely contribute towards the Converge Fiber Xers. And I can't wait to see kung sino ba ang magiging part of the Converge Fiber Xers. Kasi, first of all, I wanted to know kung sino yung mga definite roles who is gonna fit in, and at the same time, how will they play towards that certain map. And you know, talagang, ayun talaga yung something na dapat natin tutukan, Son eh.
There are some certain similarities with the two players and two influencers na napick ngayon para sa side ng Converge. These are the possible damage dealers na pwede nilang ibigay para sa Converge. So now, the supporting system will definitely come into play. It's really going to be very important sa kung sino yung pipiliin nila from both the Academe and also the fans na meron tayo ngayon that are currently waiting for their turn to get drafted. But the most important part that we have to take note of is Totoy is one of those guys that is an under-the-radar type of player. You'll never know what he can bring to the table, pero sigurado ka na may pasabog siyang laging dala every single time that he steps into the land of Dawn.
And I think that's the connection between the two influencers that the Converge Fiber Xers picked up. But for now, let's go ahead and hear from San Miguel Beermen, from our hosts.
All right, thank you so much. And expect the unexpected with Totoy as he joins Converge Fiber Xers.
And for the last team to pick in the second round, may we now call on a representative from San Miguel Beermen.
And our second round pick, San Miguel Beermen, chooses Hype Bits.
And that rounds out our influencers pool here for esports. Bakbakan Hypebits joins Ghost Wrecker, Junmar Fajardo, and Rodney Brondial.
Those are big names. Last pick, but definitely not the least. We can see what Hypebits has been doing all throughout his previous streams all over social media. A 1v1 specialist, but can also be a team player. And together with the person and the player that announced his name, Ghost Wrecker, you know that this is the team to watch out for. My goodness, there are gonna be a lot of mind games, a lot of TPs and recalls na makikita natin from them. And I'm not gonna be surprised, you know, if they could possibly be the fan favorites here, because again, there is a lot of fans that are waiting for this duo to shine, and I'm pretty excited to see how they will go moving forward.
Well, may kasabihan nga tayo guys, huli man daw at magaling na ihahabol din, at mukhang maganda nga ang last pick dito na San Miguel Beermen, Ghost Wrecker and Hypebits to complete the influencer draft of the San Miguel Beermen. Wow, that's it for our first two rounds of influencers ngayon. Actually, I'm looking forward to our draft wherein talaga mai-involve dito yung mga students wherein they're hoping to let their individuality shine. But for now, let's go ahead towards our interview to know more.
Kakatapos lang syempre ng ating second round for our draft, and alongside me are the three dashing influencers. I have Sainty from Barangay Ginebra, San Miguel. We have Mage Dad UG from Magnolia Chicken Templados Hot Shots. And of course, the Rose among the Thorns. We have Miss Eleanor from Edlex Road Warriors. So ang tanong ko sa inyo, imagine nyo sa PBA Esports, meron kayong 2v2 situation. Sino ang kasama nyo, tapos sino yung dalawa nyong kalaban, and why?
Pwede dalawa, Mike?
Pwede naman.
Ako syempre si Boss D, kampi ko na si Boss D eh. Ay, may nag-chat. Sabihin mo si Ghost Wrecker kasi kikiam na daw yung kamay. Boss D, ano to? So yan, kung makakawa 2v2 namin si Batang Quiapo at saka si Kuya Hypebits. Kasi wala, parang sure win, matik.
Ayun, syempre kami na ni Eruption, palakihan lang ng muscle. Tapos gusto namin makalaban si Doggy. Wala na yan eh. Saka si Pain. para sabay na silang bumagsak.
Thank you, thank you. Miss Eleanor?
Ayan, hello. Ako si Eleanor. And ako naman, gusto ko makakampi kung kunyari pagrarambulan ulit natin yung drafting ngayon. Gusto ko si Leia B makakampi. Tapos gusto naming durugin si Eric Eruption tsaka si Hypebeats. Kasi mga pikon yan, guys, kung hindi nyo lang alam. Sobrang pikon nung dalawa kapag magkakasama kaming apat. So, masarap to rambulan, ganun. Bakbakan talaga.
Thank you sa ating tatlong influencers. Napaka-spicy na kanilang mga sagot dito. Pero syempre, I'm gonna be throwing it to none other than Converge.
Ayan, we're finally done with round 2 of the first ever PBA Esports Bakbakan Draft. Unti-unti na Pero sa'yo, Lon, kamusta naman ang second round ng draft?
Meron akong 4 na teams na sininggle out dito. TNT, Ginebra, SMB, and Converge. I think maganda yung mix ng mga draftees nila. But of course, everyone, it's still very big, I would say, scenario kung saan pwede pang mag-step up yung iba't ibang teams. So, yun.
Kung papipiliin ka, ngayon pa lang, kaninong team ka pupusta?
Gusto ko sa SMB. Just because malakas lang silang mangamba. Pero let's see, sa ibang teams kasi medyo ang kinukuha nila is pro plus influencers na malakas din.
Pero Lon, let me just ask, total lahat naman tayo dito gamers. Ano ba yung hate mong mangyari kapag naglalaro? Ako kasi yung latency, yung tipong you're in the middle of the game, tapos bigla na lang maglalag. Bigla na lang parang, ano na lang yung nangyayari? Yung pala, naglag ka na.
Definitely for me naman yung packet loss. Kasi pag nagka-packet loss ka, nawawala yung galaw mo, nawawala yung tira mo sa laro. Especially for MLBB, kailangan lahat ng speed, lahat ng internet, connection, very fast ka dapat dyan. Di ka sumasablay.
Kaya buti na lang, andito na ang Converge FiberX Game Chi.
Agree ako sa'yo. Talagang ang sagot sa prayers na itong mga gamers. Kaya if you're one of us or simply want to raise your game to the power of fiber, let's watch this video to know more.
Prepare to dominate? Let's watch this.
It's time to dominate. Get that gaming experience you need with the true high speed of pure fiber, which is up to a whooping 800 Mbps. Yes! Our built-in high prioritization feature allows for a better gameplay feels. Enjoy seamless gameplay that assures your action. And in-game response syncs real-time because data arrives quickly. Have a better game content experience as your video and audio data gets to you in order. Yes! Get the total game spec as all the data you need actually arrives to your system. All of these advantages are possible.
Ng influencers natin. Pero dito sa third round, I think kami ni Brigida, very special. We feel a special way towards our third round.
Siyempre, dahil for the first time in the history of PBA, may sasalang na agad na nasa collegiate level pa lang.
Yes, campus esports ang mananaig at this third round. And it's already an eye-opener sa buong community ng esports and gaming na, again, credible career path ang pwede nilang patunguhan dahil sa pagmamahal nila for playing video games. PBA is indeed championing different communities, legitimizing esports and gaming, even in educational institutions.
Quick disclaimer lang, Rexler, na these individuals na nandito ngayon ay nandito as individuals and not necessarily representatives of their schools. Yes, nagmula sila from certain institutions, pero they're here as individuals because of their own skills.
Yes. So ipapakitang gilas pa rin sila sa kanilang mga skills in Mobile Legends, but at the same time, again, andito sila as their own. Pero kitang-kita nga naman natin ang suporta ng kanilang mga blockmates at orgmates dyan na nakita natin kanina. Pero, ayan, patuloy na nga rin natin na bubuhayin ang campus esports dito sa PBA Esports Bakbakan.
Kaya naman wag na natin patagalin to, Rexler. Let's start the first pick of the third round of the PBA Esports Bakbakan Draft with Barangay Ginebra, San Miguel.
Picking Aaron Rafael Pascual, aka Uzik, 3,000 points from PUP.
Uzik here is drafted by Barangay Ginebra, San Miguel, as called on by Doggy, the 22-year-old from Quezon City.
This is huge. A player that has reached 3,000 points in the game. Also playing as the XP lane and support with heroes such as Lapu Lapu, Grok, and Glue. It's gonna be very interesting. And knowing na ang kasama niya sa team ay si Doggy and si Sainty, he's gonna be the, reliable force to, kind of gel with the other team.
Well, tao dito, we've got the explainer. That means he's very, very top on the lane. Aaron Rafael Pascual from PUP. Grabe yung points na nabot niya. He went from 3,000 points. Look at that achievements on the screen. Napakadami. Top Philippines Cho. Grabe. Napakalaki nung pwede niya i-contribute, and I can't wait to see what is he gonna do towards the XP lane. But right now, let's see the next pick.
Thank you so much. Ako si Doggy and Barangay Ginebra, San Miguel. Again, huge shout out to Uzik or Aaron Pascual from PUP.
At ngayon naman, Rex, alamin na natin kung sinong collegiate player ang pipiliin ng TNT Tropang Giga. A representative, please.
Hello. TNT Tropang Giga Selects, Nathaniel Chodoro. Emperor, aka Emperor, with 6,500 points.
Emperor ZXC at 6,500 max points joins TNT Tropang Giga.
Well, a lot of mages na pwede niyang gamitin, and this guy has a lot of achievements on hand. And not only that, napakarami niyang top 1. Not only on in a certain barangay, but in the Philippines, no? He's the top 1 Helkert, the top Philippines Gusion, and look at the awards na meron or nakuha nito ni Nathaniel Teodoro from UST. Definitely an Emperor.
One to watch out for in terms of the Academe draft, but also the same player that reached so much in terms of mythical points.
I'd like to say I'm glad I've casted Emperors, but for now, let's move on to the next pick.
Thank you so much. Nathaniel Teodoro, also known as Emperors, will now be joining TNT Tropang Giga.
All right, and next, may we call on representatives from Magnolia Chicken Templados Hot Shots to reveal their pick.
Magnolia Chicken Templados Hot Shots, our draft for is Joseph Braille Geronimo. In-game name Braille.
Well, Joseph Braille Geronimo from the UP. He is the gold laner. Grabe yung mga hero pools na meron siya. He's playing the Beatrix, he's playing Brody, he's playing Clint, and look at that, 2,225 points. What an addition towards his team.
In addition to what you've mentioned, Brill is also the youngest in the Academe draft. So now we're starting to see a little bit of everything coming in from the lineup of Templados Hotshots. You have Zapnu na matagal na at kilala na natin. You have King Jazro that has been part of the MLBB scene for quite some time now, and we will, or rather, Eruption and Mage Dad Yuji is gonna be his teammate. So with a young talent such as, Brill under his wing or under their their wing, it's really going to be super interesting and exciting how he will develop with the rest of them.
Given the flex that Eruption has, and of course the consistency of UG in mid, a responsible and a consistent gold laner is what Magnolia Chicken Templados Hotshots can expect. Let's move on to our next pick here for the Academe.
Congratulations, Joseph Braille Geronimo from UP as he joins Magnolia Chicken Templados Hotshots. Let's go.
Next up, how about Terra Firma Jeep? Sino kaya ang kanilang magiging pick? A representative, please.
Okay, our pick for Terra Firma Jeep third round is from University of Santo Tomas, Marius Miguel Pedrialba. Yecheo.
Yetcheo from Maykawayan, Bulacan. A lot of roles on his arsenal. He plays XP lane, he plays tank, he plays mage, and just look at all those heroes. He plays Cho, Paquito, and Forza, and he reached 3,115 points. This guy, Marius, I believe he is a perfect addition for the Terra Firma Jeep.
Playing in the XP lane, this guy knows how to dominate his very own lane, having the second most mythical points apart from all of the members ng ating Academe Draft. So this is a really good pickup. Being teamed up with Miss Leia and Mr. Chin Valdez, you already know what's about to happen. This is a really good composition being brewed by Terra Firma Jeep, and knowing that this is a potential star in the making, let's see how things will develop for Humble Yichil.
Putting myself in his shoes at the age of 22, it's an odd age na parang hindi ka ikaw yung pinakambata sa batch ninyo or sa larangan ng esports, pero hindi ka rin naman veteran, hindi rin naman ikaw yung kuya. So it's very interesting to see what Yechil will do. Let's throw it over to our hosts for the next pick.
Thank you so much. Napakaraming supporters ni Yichil dito sa taas.
Di pa natawag?
And now he will be part of Blackwater Bossing. Ay, Terra Firma Jeep, rather.
Yes. At dahil dyan, pumunta na nga tayo sa susunod na kuponan natin na pipili, which is Blackwater Bossings.
Okay. Third round, fifth. Select is UG De La Cruz is Gili, 2,004 points.
The eldest among all of the Academe draftees. That's the Blackwater Bossings picking up Gene, also known as Eugene De La Cruz.
From Ateneo de Manila University, hailing from Quezon City, he specializes in using a mage and support with the hero pools such as Savior, Force, and Eve. The highest rank that he achieved is 2,004 points. And hindi lang yun actually, meron na rin siyang mga tournaments na naipanalo and probably might contribute to the winnings of the Blackwater Bossings under Coach Tres and Chooks TV.
Being a part of his very own organization in the university, you already know what contributions Gene will be making. Also, being the oldest in the Academe Draft.
Let's move on to our next pick. It's the NLEX Road Warriors.
Congratulations, Gene from Ateneo as he enters with Blackwater Bossings. Mukhang mapapa-OBF sila, nandi oras.
Kaya nga eh.
At dahil dyan, pumunta na tayo.
Sa ating susunod na kupunan na pipili ng kanilang draft pick, NLEX Road Warriors, sino ang pipiliin nyo?
We pick David Lawrence Añejo from University of the Philippines.
Yehosan finds his new home amongst the NLEX Road Warriors, joining Elenorm and Payne. Yehosan is a 1900 max points athlete from the University of the Philippines. He's an XP laner.
Going with the teens. He is currently 19 years of age, and Yehosan has been a standard and a household name pagdating sa university and collegiate scene sa paglalaro ng MLBB. So now, being with the other members such as Payne and Eleanor, it's really going to be super interesting how things are going to go, especially now that he is going to be part of NLEX Road Warriors.
Now we've got the XP lane. Meron na tayong definite jungler for the NLEX Road Warriors. Eleanor, she can still pick her role, no? Napaka-flexible ng role niya, no? So this is an interesting composition coming in from the NLEX Road Warriors with the addition of Niehosan. And right now, let's see kung sino nga ba ang madadagdag doon sa lineup ng Phoenix, brought to you by our host.
Thank you so much. David Sanyeho, also known as Niehosan, now part of NLEX Road Warriors.
And now for our next team, may we call on the Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters for their Academe pick.
Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters selects Christian Alex San Diego from Colegio de San Juan de Letran.
IGN Duke at 1,700 points joins Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters.
Well, another XP laner that has been drafted. Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters made sure na makakakuha sila ng matibay na XP laner. Well, they got Honda Beast already na definitely a roamer on their team and a gold laner on the form of Kimberly C. Arcias, no? So this is gonna be an interesting lineup because there are a lot of slots left for the fans para i-fill out yung mga roles natin na to. And from Colegio de San Juan de Letran, the 20-year-old hopeful na si Duke is gonna make his name for the Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters.
You're already seeing the route na pinupuntahan ng Phoenix Super LPG. They are somewhat depending their picks on the possible frontliners para sa kanilang kupunan. You already have Honda Beast, you already have Duke manning the EXP lane. So for now, we're already starting to see kung sino ba yung mga magiging posible na popronta para sa kanila.
Something else interesting about Duke is he's the only Academy member from Caloocan City. For now, let's move on to our next draft pick from Northport, Batang Pier.
Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters will say Arriba Letran with Duke or Christian San Diego.
And now, for Northport Batang Pier, we are about to hear who their draft will be.
Northport Batang Pier picks Christian Antonio Dreyfus from De La Salle University.
Another 19-year-old hopeful, Fujiwara, is coming in from De La Salle University. Christian Antonio Dreyfus, grabe yung kanyang roles. He plays tank, he plays gold lane, and he uses a lot of heroes. No, napakaraming hero pools niya in the form of Kadita, Lolita, and Franco.
Aside from what you've mentioned, he's also one of those members na nanggaling din sa teenager phase nila, 19 years of age. So alam mo na kaya pa talaga niyang makipagsabayan sa paglalaro ng MLBB. Being one of those players na nanggaling sa Parañaque City, this guy is really a problem para makita. Kasi yung flexibility ng rules Sinong mag-aakala na itong malalarong ito kayang maglaro ng tank, protecting his teammates while also being the possible main damage dealer sa gold lane. So this is something that you need to watch out for while playing and, being opposed to this kid.
Yep, and with that, we're moving on to our next pick. Let's throw it over to the stage.
Congratulations to Christian Antonio Dreyfus for being part of Northport Batang Pier.
Animal Lasal na naman ang Northport Batang Pier. Pero ngayon, pumunta na tayo sa Meralco Bolts.
Meralco Bolts from picks from Tanza Cavite, JV Buenviaje. Ayan.
Meralco Bolts drafting the 1,400 points athlete from Adamson University. This is at my lowest.
At my lowest. But it seems like he is in high spirits right now because of what you see na pili siya ng Meralco Bolts. And given na yung kanya mga nagiging achievements, also being capable of being the main damage dealer, jungle, gold lane, what more can you ask from this guy?
Well, I can say that he needs to change his IGN. This is his peak of his career. Hindi to lowest, mga kaibigan. Coming in from Tansa, Cavite, he's gonna play for the Meralco Bolts together with 150 and Coco Sampang. He's gonna contribute towards the gold lane and the jungle with heroes like 1-1 Ling and Karina. No? So, top 3 Filipino 1-1 is definitely an achievement for this guy, and we are definitely looking to see his 1-1 as we go back to our stage for the next pick.
Soaring high all the way from Tanza, Cavite, at my lowest, or JV Bienviaje for Meralco Bolts.
And we're down once again to our last 3 teams. Alamin na rin natin kung sino yung pipiliin ng Rain or Shine Elasto Painters.
For the third pick from Ateneo de Manila University, Sean Jacob C.
Rain or Shine, Elasto Painters picks up Shawnee Cutie, aka the hardest working man in collegiate esports. I have gotten the pleasure of casting this young man, and actually, this is contrary to the usual Rain or Shine pick in esports mobakan. Usually, di ba gusto nila yung i-build up pa nila? Pero kilala yung pangalan ni Shawnee Cutie.
Well, Shawnee Cutie, the XP laner who specializes a lot in durable heroes such as Glue, Grok, and Yuzong. No? So, kilala natin yan. He hails from Quezon City. He's holding the banner for Ateneo de Manila University with a lot of achievements pa lang dito kay Sean Jacob C. At 21 years old, talagang is the next achievement na makukuha niya is going to be the Rain or Shine Championship for the PBA Esports.
And this is what you love to see from the guy.
Yep. And now let's go on over to our next pick.
Thank you so much, and congratulations to Sean C. for being part of the Rain or Shine Elasto Painter.
Ayan, ang dami na nating mga schools na nakita dito, iba't ibang ports from our different schools. Pero ngayon, pumunta na tayo sa next team natin, which is Converge Fiber Xers.
Converge selects Kin Calvin Martinez from UP. Tama. UP.
Cal TZ, 20 years old from Cabuyao, Laguna. Kin Calvin Martinez studies at the University of the Philippines, specializes in jungle and gold lane with hero pools like Karina, Fredrin, and Natalia. Ano kaya madadala niya for the Converge Fiber Xers?
Another fighting maroon added into the arsenal of the Fiber Xers. There's a lot of parts ng kanya nagiging hero pool dito, given that he is also with Lebron and Totoy. Cal TZ will be a huge asset moving forward for this team, lalo na dahil masasaksihan natin siya with some certain personalities. So we do hope that the pressure doesn't get to him and he continues to shine as a player sa kupunang ito.
Yep, and he also will be joining the ranks of Ginto and Arana. And alam naman natin, yung TZ family,
there's a record.
May lineage yan ng greatness sa larangan ng MLBB Esports. The only 2-time world champion player in the history of its esports is a TZ themselves. So Cal TZ, big legacy on his shoulders. Now let's move on to our last pick for the Academe.
All right, thank you so much, Converge Fiber Xers, and for selecting one of our students from UP and from Laguna.
Now, may we call on the representative from Converge Fiber Xers to tell us who their pick from San Miguel Beermen, or rather, to tell us who their pick for this round is.
Sorry, hindi ko nakuha kanina.
Hello. San Miguel Beermen select Christian Rio Pinkian of Adamson University.
And with that, we have our last pick in the Academe, San Miguel Beermen via Hypebits pick up. I'm going to try to do my best to say this. Xing Ting Huayla.
Wow, ang ganda ng IGN at 19 years old from Quezon City. he is definitely representing yung school niya, which is yung Adamson University, no? Playing the role over the XP lane and jungler. He has the hero pool of Benedetta, Glue, and Lapu-Lapu. This guy right here, talagang, ito kakatim natin, no? Nakita ko yung pattern, no? Talagang makukunat yung mga heroes nila, ha?
Yup, and even having the lowest number of mythical points compared to the others in the Academe draft, hindi mo matatawaran yun because his points is technically higher than at least, half of the players na naglalaro ng MLBB sa buong Pilipinas, possibly even sa buong mundo. So, let's see how his game actually translate, lalo na meron siyang mga hype boys sa kanyang likuran. You have Ghost Wrecker, you have hype beats to cheer you on. So, there's a lot of things in store, a lot of energy na pwedeng ibigay ng San Miguel Beermen.
Christian Pinkian will have to be the ultimate role player. And at least we'll have to listen to what Wrecker and Hyvitz have to say. For now, let's go on throw over to our select members of the Academe.
Tapos na ang ating third round for the Academe at kasama natin ang representative for Barangay Ginebra San Miguel, TNT Tropang Giga, and Blackwater Bossing. So guys, congratulations! Nandito na kayo sa historical PBA Esports Bakbakan. Ano ngayon ang message nyo sa inyong family? And of course, sa inyong mga team na talagang bigatin for this PBA Esports Bakbakan.
Hello? Hello. Una-una sa lahat, maraming salamat sa pamilya ko na sumuporta sa akin since day one sa paglalaro ko ng ML. And maraming salamat rin sa opportunity na binigay ng Ginebra. Ipoprove ko sa kanila na sobrang worth it and parang kaya ko i-prove na sobrang deserving ko yung spot na binigay nila sa akin.
TNT?
Gusto ko din magpasalamat sa family ko since lagi sila nakasuporta sa akin, even from day one. Gusto ko din magpasalamat sa Talk and Text for picking me. And sure ako na mabibigay ko naman yung best ko. Since nag-champion na kami, sana mag-champion ulit dito.
So, personally, I would like to thank po Nico Pilar, our president, Matthew Fuentes, my manager, Boss B, Boss Sean, all my teammates, Kyle Sai, Dai, and Bauer, everyone basically. So, and also Blackwater po, for choosing me as their pick for the Academe. And I could only promise to do my best. And yeah, I hope we will continue to reach the finals. Yun po. Thank you.
So thank you so much, Academe members. And right now, malapit nang matapos ang ating drafting and that is for our third round. Pero sa ngayon, balik muna tayo sa Converge X Fibers.
And there you go. Tapos na ang third round ng kauna-unahang draft ng PBA Esports Bakbakan.
Yes, Aisha, nakumpleto na ang players ng bawat team na kasama sa ating tournament. Very exciting. Ano masabi mo, Lebron?
Ayun, kino-congrats ko lahat ng mga napili ngayon sa PBA Esports and galingan nyo at lakasan nyo pa kagaya ng Converge, malakas, di ba? Converge lang malakas. And strive to become a game changer.
Yes. And now that the teams are complete, aside from the Converge Fiber Xers, what are your thoughts on the third round and meron ba kayong teams na tingin nyong hard to beat?
For me, nag-stand out sa akin yung Ginebra just because sila yung my first pick sa collegiate. Nakuha nila yung isa sa pinakamalakas na collegiate player. Very high MMR, so very good pick from ako si Doggy. And sa Northport naman, I like Fujiwara because he's from the same school, Animo Lasal.
Sa akin, Converge lang. Yun lang.
Converge lang malakas.
Converge lang din ang malakas. Sobrang excited ako talaga. Kaya thank you sa lahat ng mga nanood sa atin. Thank you very much to Converge for helping make this historic event happen. I can't wait sa kauna-unahang PBA Esports Bakbakan Draft. It has been a pleasure to talk to you guys. Ako nga pala si Aisha Cervantes.
What's good? Ako naman si Lon. See you in the battlefield, mga game changers.
At ako naman syempre si Lebron. Kami ang bagong Fiber X League. On behalf of the Converge, let me just say, let's raise our game to the power of Fiber and prepare to dominate!
It's time to dominate. Get that gaming experience you need with the true high speed of pure fiber, which is up to a whooping 800 Mbps. Yes! Our built-in high prioritization feature allows for better gameplay feels. Enjoy seamless gameplay that assures your action. An in-game response syncs real-time because data arrives quickly. Have a better game content experience as your video and audio data gets to you in order. Yes! Get the total game expect as all the data you need actually arrives to your system.
Yes, first 2 rounds, influencers
All of these
natin,
advantages
sobrang sikat
are
at
possible
syempre,
only from the pure
pinatunayan
fiber.
nila ang lakas nila in different competitive leagues. In our third round, napakita na natin kung sino-sino yung mga student gamers na sasalang for the first time sa PBA. And now, something to give back, syempre sa ating grassroots esports community here in the Philippines. Ikwento na natin ang dami ng mga pinagdaanan. Pero syempre, makikita natin dito sa screen natin ang mga student gamers na makakasama sa PBA Esports Bakbakan, again, from different schools across the Philippines. And now, even at the collegiate level, Briggs, nakapasok na sila sa PBA.
Pero ngayon, Rex, para sa ating ika-4 at ika-huling round, napakahirap na proseso ang pinagdaanan ng mga choices natin for the draftees. 3 long days of open registration, dumaan pa sa mano-manong interviews, profile and background checks, at inalam ang bawat kwento ng bawat Pilipinong nais mapabilang sa PBA Esports Bakbakan.
Hindi biro ang pinagdaanan ng League Operations team namin para suriin ng mabuti ang mga sasalang sa PBA Esports Bakbakan mula sa mahigit kumulang na 4,000 na katao sa buong Pilipinas. Nakarating na tayo sa 70 of the best representatives and fans na nandito ngayon sa Robinsons, Manila.
Dito ngayon sa round na ito, 3 fans ang pipiliin para sa bawat kupunan. Again, 3 fans will come up on stage for each team in the PBA Esports Bakbakan. And now, let's begin our first pick for the 4th and final round in the PBA Esports Bakbakan Draft. Starting off again with Barangay Ginebra, San Miguel.
Again, maybe call on a representative from Barangay Ginebra, San Miguel.
So we are picking for the 3 fan is Anton Cabrieles, Lance Aaron Misa, Gellert Pangilinan. Pangiligan.
Barangay Ginebra San Miguel makes their 3 picks amongst the fans in the draft via Ako Si Doggy. What's key about this segment, the very last round, is dito sila magra-round out ng mga roles nila. Given that Doggy has experience playing as a roamer, as a shot caller, and Huzik from the Academe as an XP laner, kukuha sila syempre ng mga cores.
Yup, and one of the players na pinili nila is si Mr. Anton Jose from San Juan City, IGN Caniel Otis, 1,069 points. Also can transition para sa ating gold and XP lane. But there are also other members of the squad na ating nasasaksihan ngayon, given that they are also gonna be, composing or bubuo ng team na ito. So this is really a very well-rounded lineup mula sa side ng Ginebra.
Well, no doubt about that. They go all in, all those 3 picks. Anton Jose Cabrielas, Lance Aaron Misa, and Gellert Mackenzie G. Pangilinan are your picks for the Barangay Ginebra San Miguel. And let's know more towards the second pick, brought to you by our host.
Alright, thank you so much. And again, kumpleto na ang koponan ng Barangay Ginebra San Miguel para sa PBA Esports Bakbakan. Palakpakan naman natin.
Ngayon, pumunta na tayo agad sa TNT Tropang Giga para marinig kung sino naman yung pipiliin nila.
TNT Tropang Giga selects Aaron Palomo, Reginald Agustin, and Brian Bolyas.
TNT Tropang Giga makes their final picks. They have Brian Bolas coming in from Quezon City at the age of 26, joining the likes of Zapnu, King Jastro, Emperors, and of course Tongkab and Montalvo.
With 3,500 points, he specializes using mage and at the same time pati marksman, no? So those 3 picks, no, it definitely matters for the TNT Tropang Giga. We also have Reginald Agustin with the IGN Reggie, and the highest points na naabot niya is 4,233 points, who specializes using those tanks, no? So these are your 3 picks for the TNT Tropang Giga.
This is huge coming in from the Tropang Giga. They've picked up 3 players that are really super crucial towards the team's success. One that is, very well-known pagdating sa amateur scene, and 2 others that we all know that are completely knowledgeable of what MLBB is all about.
Let's throw it over to our hosts for the next picks.
Thank you and congratulations to the new members of TNT Tropang Giga. Napakaraming supporters ang nag-ingay kanina, Rex.
Yes, acknowledge natin yung mga fans ng ating mga fans din na sasabak sa PBA Esports Bakbakan. Maraming salamat sa suporta na binibigay niyo sa inyong mga kaibigan. At dahil dyan, pumunta na tayo sa Magnolia Chicken Templados Hot Shots for their picks.
Double check.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Magnolia Chicken Templados Hot Shots. Select from the fan base draft. Mga pogi, mga guapo. Christian Aaron Endonilia, Ronel Garcia, and the one and only Aaron Tras Montero. Come on down. Let's go, Hot Shots.
Magnolia Chicken Templados Hot Shots via Eric Eruption Tai with much confidence close up their draft with 3 gentlemen.
And this is actually very huge given na yung nakuha nila mga players are 19, 20, and 21 years of age. So these are really young players that we are really looking forward to playing sa paglalaro ng MLBB. We are going to be taking note of them being in a team together with Mr. Jeric Ahanisi, James Laput, and the other influencers na nabanggit din natin from before.
Well, Christian Aaron Erondila, Ronel Garcia, and Aaron Transmontero, they have been selected to play towards a Magnolia Chicken Templados Hot Shots, no? Napaka-interesting na na-bring up mo na yung age nila is nagkakalapit lang from 19, 20 to 21 years old. No, they have their specific roles. They play jungle, and si Ronel Garcia, he plays tank and support. And we got Aaron Transmontero, who specializes in also tanka, mage, and the XP lane. So this is what Magnolia Chicken Templados Hot Shots are looking for. And right now, gusto ko malaman kung ano nga ba ang hinahanap ng Terratirma Jeep. Let's go in over to our host.
The Templados Hot Shots are feeling hot right now as they are finally complete. Again, Magnolia Chicken Templados Hot Shots. Kumpleto na ang kanilang koponan.
And now, may we call on a representative from Terra Firma Jeep to tell us who their last 3 picks are.
Terra Firma selects, of course, Alex Vitaliano, Prince Zeus Destacamento, and Jason Ubalde.
Terra Firma Jeep here closing up their draft. And fellas, what's curious about this is they're picking fresh pro-am athletes, and I'd like to use the word fresh very lightly because we have a 38-year-old gentleman from Quezon City.
Well, hello there.
In Alexander Vitaliano.
Alexander Vitaliano, hailing from Quezon City. Gold laner specialty, no doubt about that. Si Kuya Ezio is one of those players na talagang kailangan nilang piliin. Of course, what can you say about the other picks? We got Prince and we got Jason.
dude, they got a little bit of both, right? Because Prince Zeus and Jason Obalde are both 18 years of age. So they picked up someone to mentor the younger guys while also being a teammate towards them. So this is a huge step para sa Terra Firma G because again, we have Joseph Gabayni, we have Jello Alolino, two very known players in the PBA mixed up with Miss Leia Bernardino, Chin Valdez, and Yichil in the XP lane. So these three players wrapping things up para sa kanila are really a great sign to see. And man, the highlight so far of this draft is, going into the gold lane, Mr. Alexander.
I can imagine this being a dream come true for all of these players so far. At a young age of 18, makakalaro mo sina Alolino at of course, Leia B, Chin Valdez. Tapos, for a 38-year-old who plays ML, I assume, as a hobby, nandito ka bigla ngayon, membro ka na ng Terra Firma Jeep.
He's here.
He's here, and I'm here for it. Dreams come true here, ladies and gentlemen, at PBA Esports Bakbakan. And with that, the draft continues. I can't wait. Who else will have their dreams come true and whose fire will once again be reignited? Because we're moving on to the next pick. Let's throw it over to the stage.
And now, kumpleto na rin ang kupunan ng Terra Firma Jeep.
Ayan, at dahil dyan, pumunta na tayo sa susunod na kupunan. Kasama ng Blackwater Bossing. Sino ang inyong top 3?
Blackwater select Brent Luis Blancia, Joshua Q. Ocampo, and Allen Hans Kakas.
Final 3 picks for Blackwater Bossings, rounding out their team. Again, they fielded Chooks TV, Coach Tres, and Gene from the Academe. Now making their way on stage, their 3 picks from the fans pool.
And given that Mr. Brent, or mas kilala sa IGN na God Brent, is going to be part of the squad. You also have Mr. Allen Hans that is part of the squad, and Joshua Q. Ocampo to wrap up the Blackwater Bossing squad that we have. So 3 new players ang idadagdag para sa kupunan nito, both in, or all of them in, I believe, different roles and positions. So they will really have a chance to show what they can do sa Land of Dawn while also playing with Atu Alar and Rey Suerte from their very own match.
Well, we've also got Chooks TV and Coach Tres on board. And ngayon, kompleto na ang Blackwater Bossings with the addition of God Brent, Raven, and Allen na may 3 sa IGN. No? So this is gonna complete the fan pool for the Blackwater Bossings. At masasabi natin na eto na yung 8 manlalaro for the Blackwater Bossings, no? Since ang dami and actually yung 2 picks na yon, si Brent at si Allen, they both hail from San Juan City. So magkababayan tong 2 to, at ang kagandahan dito kay Brent, parang he plays all roles.
New Manila connection yan. Yan ang New Manila connection. So we'll see how the Blackwater Bossings will take advantage of this built-in synergy amongst their draftees in the fans. Fellas, I'd like to ask a question. Bakit wala pa tayo nakikita dito ng mga MPL veterans? Alam kong nandyan sila. There's at least a handful among our fans. I'm wondering why our teams, up until this point, there have been 1, 2, 3, 4 picks now, 5 now, wherein you could have picked up at least one of them. Why are they not here yet?
That is the question. And indeed, there's still 7 more teams na mamimili as of this moment. There's still going to be a lot of players that will have the opportunity. But at the same time, the door is slowly closing on them. The talent is a lot, to answer your question. Napakarami din kasi na mga magagaling na mga malalaro na MLBB players na naghihintay lang din ng kanilang pagkakataon to actually shine. So, given that this is probably their platform and their moment to do that, and ito siguro yung posibleng pagkakataon para sa kanila to, wait for their moment a little bit further, maghinay at maghintay lang, and hopefully the fortune and the silver lining goes to their side.
Well, na-mention mo na kanina na there are veterans that are waiting to be picked, and then lucky for these remaining teams because they still have a chance to pick those veterans para makakontribute doon sa lineup ng kanilang mga team. But we still have at least 4 or 3 more, if tama ba yung math ko. But I'm looking forward on how will they utilize, especially we're talking about 70 draftees and we now have 7 teams na pumili ng tatlo. And that means 7 times 3, probably 21 players are now on board dito sa PBA Esports.
Yep, that's 21 players joining our teams, joining the influencers, joining the representatives from the academe. Now, one thing I'm thinking here, Vince G, Sona, is the fact that possibly it's the fact that these are fresh talents.
Yes.
Na mataas ang points, na maganda ang potential, na mas madaling maihulma around your influencers, around your PBA/MLBB athletes. So far, that's where we're going. With the NLEX Road Warriors coming up, Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters, and of course, I'm looking forward to Rain or Shine Elasto Painters. Silang iniisip ko na baka bumaliktad na naman baka mag-contradict na naman sila. New talent, kilalang talent. We'll see if that's gonna happen as we move on to our next pick. Let's throw it over to the stage.
San Juan City Supremacy and another one all the way from Quezon City. Blackwater Bussing's team is officially complete.
We're about to get halfway through the last and final round, so may we now call on a representative from NLEX Road Warriors to tell us who their 3 picks are.
Hello po. Yan, ang una naming draft for this round, si Prince Jim Tesorero, 21 years old from Cainta, Rizal. Second namin ay si John Albert Guevara, 18 years old, from Las Piñas City. And ang last namin si Ryan Nazir Coronel, 19 years old, from Manila. Congratulations!
Oh, wow! A lot of young bloods. Amazing young talents. 18 and 19. Shenny. And, of course, Pagkor ako agad joining NLEX Road Warriors.
Siya na yun.
Oh, siya na yun.
Just imagine, right? This is a youthful 3 added para sa NLEX Road Warriors. And not to mention, they're gonna be under Payne's wing. They're gonna be under Eleanor's wing. And Yeho-san, a standard and household name pagdating sa collegiate scene. So we all know what they're capable of. We're speaking of 3 heroes. And not to mention, nandiyan din yung mga players ng NLEX.
Well, no doubt about that. NLEX Road Warriors made sure na talagang they are gonna make their picks worth, no? And nakita natin kanina, well, John Albert Guevara, nakarinig tayo sa mga audience natin dito na grabe yung hiyawan, no? I believe that he has a lot of supporters here on board sa ating Robinsons Manila, no?
And I'm not actually surprised because the guy has 4,204 points as the highest so far in the season. And not to actually, subtract from the accomplishments of the others because they've also deserved their current spots, and you can see the happiness in their eyes right now. Alam mo that they will be giving 110% to the team that that picked them, and they are very much happy because these are 3 talents, tatlong mga bagong manlalaro na maririnig natin sa PBA Esports Bakbakan. And with the youth actually being added to the NLEX Road Warriors, man, I am excited because, again, they're going to be led by veterans and well-known personalities alike.
Yep, that's a gold laner, an XP laner, and a jungler joining NLEX Road Warriors. And again, there's one thing that you fellas mentioned that was on stage just now, the fact that they will all be guided by Payne, a pioneer in the esports scene of MLBB, in the MPL, international success, world-renowned, si Kapitan Payne. This is a dream come true for the young draftees of the NLEX Road Warriors. Now that, I'd say, give or take half. Yeah, half of the teams here at the PBA Esports Bakbakan Draft have completed their squads. I'm wondering what the other half are thinking. Let's move on with the draft here with our next pick. Let's go to the stage.
Officially halfway through indeed, Rexler. We are now about to enter the second half of our final round dito sa ating PBA Esports Bakbakan Draft.
At dahil dyan, tawagin na natin ang Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters to select their final 3.
Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters selects RD Akbayan, Joshua Cruz, Charles Taruk.
I believe that's the Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters picks as they walk up on stage. They will be joining Kimberly, Duke, and Honda Beast.
These players, we are taking a look at them, and we've seen yung mga naging pickups ng Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters from before, right? They had Honda Beast and Duke to man and be the frontliners for them, and Miss Kimberly to be the main damage dealers of the team. And to wrap up the squad, you also have the guys that you see on your screens right now that are very enthusiastic, very young. They are, or most of them are currently still on their 20s. And I do believe that they still have the skills. Nasa kanila pa rin yung alas at ipapakita nila why the Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters have gambled and trusted them to be part of the team.
Well, RJ Akabayan, Joshua Mikael Cruz, and Charles Justin Taruk, no? They hail in from different provinces. For example, itong si RJ, he came in from General Trias, Cavite, and then itong si Charles, he came in straight from Giginto, Bulacan, no? So that's a lot of dedication for these fans to participate dito sa PBA Esports Bakbakan Draft, and hindi naman napagod, hindi naman nasayang yung kanilang pagod because they have been selected by the Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters to represent their team in the upcoming regular season.
Can I just say that RJ Akbayan being the only jungler of the team is really gonna be, you know, he needs to be reliable at this point. Kasi kung mapapansin mo, he is the only jungler of the squad. There is not a lot of things. Alam natin kung ano yung mga posibleng maging roles ng kanyang mga naging kakampi. We know that Honda Beast is gonna be a roamer. We know that Duke is going to the XP and Miss Kimberly is gonna go to the gold lane. So, given na kailangan niyang mag-step up at a very young age together with very famous personalities, it's gonna be very exciting how it goes.
What this gives me is TNC Pro Team vibes. SDZYZ, also known as Chu, is the only jungler in their lineup ever since Season 7, Season 8, and then Season 9. Kahit Season 9, wala siyang kapalitan eh. So that's the same kind of pressure that this new jungler from Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters has. Now, I'm not sure if this is a coincidence, but they're both Phoenixes, right? And they have to both rise here in the PBA Esports Bakbakan inaugural season, inaugural conference of competition, and I can't wait to see how this will all work out. Lalo na, may tiwala naman ako. Actually, you know what? Less than skeptical, I'm confident. Kasi nandito si Honda Beast. And Honda Beast is one of the greatest minds / players / coaches. Alam niya yung kailangan mong gawin. Alam niya yung kaya mong gawin. And he can point it out. So that's what gives me hope here for this lineup.
This is gonna be interesting. Ang ganda nung na-bring up mo wherein they both rise and they represented Phoenix, no? This is gonna be interesting kasi I believe that Phoenix will definitely has a chance to at least soar up into the ranks, but let's wait and see kung ano nga ba mapakita ng Phoenix dun sa regular season. And then, you know, the dedication of the roles, no? So, RJ Akbayan, dedicated jungler, that means hindi na sila mahihirapan na mag-fill up ng mga roles because they already got the roamer in the form of Honda Beast. They already got the gold laner in the form of Kimberly, and they also got the XP lane, no? So that answers the question. That means they are gonna be needing mages and of course the jungler, which is nasagot na nga dito sa ating final 3 drafts.
Yep, but you also can't discount the fact that Joshua Cruz and Charles Taruk is also going to be part of the squad. Given na nandito sila, they will also find themselves, and I can already imagine yung mga magiging training sessions, yung mga magiging practices ng team na ito, given that Honda Beast is actually part of the squad, and it's really going to be a lot of learning para sa mga bata.
Yep, let's go on over to our next pick and throw it over to our hosts.
Mula sa Parañaque, Giginto, Bulacan at General Trias, Cavite, ang kukumpleto sa Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters.
Ngayon, alamin naman natin kung sino yung tatlong kukumpleto para sa kupunan ng Northport Batang Pier.
Ladies and gentlemen, ang napili namin para sa players ng Northport Batang Pier ay syempre si Vince Romjan Batarlo at si Mike Gonzalez at si Lawrence Pingol.
You heard it from 30 himself. Northport Batang Pier have made their final 3 picks. And I'd like to highlight one of them. He called him Mike Gonzalez. pero mas kilala siya sa pangalang Chester. Once a member of the MPL squad. Next play, Esports.
This is a huge addition. I mean, what a way to return to playing MLBB back in the mainstream with the Northport Batang Spear. This is also going to be a reunion between, you know, another MPL or former MPL talent such as Yuri Gaming and also an up and rising talent such as 30. So now that they have a leader, an experienced player under their midst, you already know that the Northport Batang Pier can deliver the goods.
Well, I believe itong mga to, since they have a lot of experienced players, then they can easily mentor yung mga younger ones into making a team that can dominate the entire PBA Esports Bakbakan. Northport Batang Pier, I believe they are ready for a battle with these kinds of draftees being selected today, no? Yuri Gaming, 30 Gaming, we've got Christian Antonio Dreyfus, we've got sila Vince, Romjan, Mike Ace, Gonzalez, and then Lawrence Pingol just to complete the lineup of the Northport Batang Pier.
And I do have to say that, you know, the leadership is there, the talent is there, and the witty names are also there. Law school?
Law school?
What about PBA Esports, man?
Yun nga, yun na lang eh, di ba? Hindi na question mark, exclamation point.
Yep.
And I was just about to say, kompletos recados ang Northport Batang Pier, the potential that they will be bringing, something to watch out for. Let's move on to our next pick.
And we also have Northport Batang Pier already complete with their 8 players.
At mga kababayan, we are now down to our last 4 teams. Konti na lang ay makukumpleto na natin, kaya huwag na nating patagalin pa. Pumunta na tayo sa Meralco Bolts.
For Meralco Bolts, we choose Benji Sarsha, Jason Caratao, and Rick Kainhog Jr.
$150 calls on his final 3 teammates. The Meralco Bolts are now complete. These 3 young, promising athletes from the fans pool are going to be joining Pasaol, Pascual, Coco, at my lowest from the Academe, and 150.
And this is a group of young individuals that we are currently seeing right now. And again, Meralco Bolts together with Coco and 150 together with At My Lowest manning the jungle / gold position. There is going to be a lot of talent in store for the Meralco Bolts. I mean, Vince G, there's been a lot of picks so far, pero this, I believe, is the team that really invested pagdating sa kanilang youth.
Actually, no, they invested a lot in their youth, and we can see from these final 3 picks na talagang napaka-versatile nila in terms of filling up those roles, no? Benji Sarsha, he plays mage, he plays gold lane, he plays tank, together with Jason Caratao na naglalaro din ng jungle, gold lane, and then tank. Wow! Di sila maubusan only supply ng gold lane, saka na tank to, ha. Pati si Rick Kahinog Jr. na naglalaro ng mage and XP lane. So there is not gonna be an issue for Meralco Bolts to fill up the roles.
Now that might be an issue. Is it just me or am I just skeptical? Kasi sa dinami-dami na pwede lang i-draft, ang dami lang nakuha core players. I'm talking about gold laners, mid, and jungle. So something's gotta give. I think that's one challenge that Meralco Bolts are going to have going into the season for the inaugural PBA Esports Bakbakan for MLBB. Kailangan na isipin, ano ba ipaprayo natin? Sa totoo lang, talk to me, right? Coco, 150, ano bang gusto ninyo? For the last 3 picks, right? For our fans, ano bang gusto ninyo? Ano gagawin natin? So that we can have a lineup that works.
Yep. I agree with what you've mentioned na it is kind of going to be a little bit confusing, pero this also serves as a possible advantage for them. Maybe dahil marami silang pinick up na jungle positions, there may be some players there na magkakaiba ng hero pool. So they have 2 different or 3 different playstyles na pwede lang i-incorporate towards their game. So this is, again, a double-edged sword para sa kanila. If they figure it out later on, then that is going to be super good for them. But it's going to be, if it's the other way around, then there has to be some adjustments too.
Sounds like a good problem to have. We're going to leave the Meralco Bolts to deal with it. Let's move on to our next pick.
And congratulations to our team of Meralco Bolts as they complete their roster. Talaga makikita natin yung mga teams, yung ibang mga teams natin kanina, nahihirapan silang mamili. Hindi basta-basta yung pag-select nila from our League Ops team hanggang ngayon ay talaga sinasala pa rin talaga nila.
Ganun talaga kapag ka on the spot at talagang paunti ng paunti habang patagal ng patagal yung turn mo para mamili. Pero speaking of last 3 teams, alamin na rin natin from a representative of Rain or Shine Elasto Painters kung sino yung pipiliin nila.
Rain or Shine Elasto Painters picks Gio Kapatan, Giancarlo Coronado, and Soviet Raven Saludes.
Larger calls on their final 3. Rain or Shine Elasto Painters have drafted 2 big names in the realm of MLBB. One, a returning pro in Gio, last seen in the MPL under Geek Fam, and the other, Sov. Sov is actually a big name in the amateur scene, and now kasama na siya sa Rain or Shine.
Well, Sov Raven Saludes, no? From Caloocan City, he plays a lot mage in gold lane, but let's talk about the other pick. We've got Giancarlo. He hails from Antipolo Rizal. He specializes also in gold lane. He most likely plays laners because he also uses XP lane and mage. And at the same time, ang dami ring achievement dito ni Giancarlo, no?
But I actually like the composition na i-build up nila. Parang sandwich siya eh.
Yep.
Alaga ka ng dalawang naging parte ng professional scene while also building up the next man, yung posibleng susunod na maging superstar of that squad. And that is Giancarlo Coronado. IGN is Don Katsu, 18 years of age. You have to watch out for this guy because kaya niya talaga na kung makakasabay siya sa laro ng dalawang naging kasama niya sa draft. A lot of things can go.
And at 18, that is when I believe the mechanics and the game sense and the personality of an esports athlete hits its prime.
Yup.
Kapag nasa 15, 16 ka, ang bilis ng daliri mo. Kapag nasa 20-something, dyan na lang sinasabing naglalak na yung kamay. And again, that's just the sad truth of our industry, the sad truth of esports. But at 18, 19, yan yung prime, yan yung pwede ka pang tawaging captain, sub-captain. So again, this is a very good strategy, very great potential for Rain or Shine and Elasto Painters. And did I not just say, na gagawin nila to, na parang okay, sa simula ng draft, pipili tayo ng mga relatively new names. Diba? Younger talent. Tapos, sa bandang dulo, okay, let's invest in the veterans.
Well, that is it. The veterans is just gonna lead. And as you mentioned, they're on their prime, no? Talagang nag-uumapaw sa vitality itong mga kabataan na pinili nila. And in that form, talagang feeling ko, Rain or Shine, talagang they have invested on those right draftees na pwede nila sa isang team. And you know, you just have to look at the composition. I believe that Rain or Shine will be one of those dominating teams in the PBA Esports scene. But let's see if ever, dahil meron pa tayong mga ibang team dito na pipili pa eh.
Ang ganda ng pieces na nakuha nila. I mean, when you take a look at the influencers, right? These are up-and-coming talents pagdating sa larangan ng MLBB industry. Meanwhile, yung pinick up nila sa fans are players that have felt the pressure, na naramdaman na kung ano yung feeling na malagay sa mata ng mga tao, malagay sa napakaraming mga manonood, and to wrap it all up are two guys that is, you know, Shani Cutie and Giancarlo Coronado that are relatively not new as well to the MLBB scene, pero new to the mainstream, new to something that seems so extravagant, something that seems so, you know, huge and ginormous, if I should say. So, this is a very, parang nabuo yung mga puzzle pieces together para sa kupunan ng Rain or Shine Elasto Painters. So, they just, alam nila yung ruta with their drivers right now.
And they drafted like an MLBB game. Akala mo rank game, akala mo tournament game. Wherein they invested first on flex and then the last pick, dun yung sagot eh.
Yep, and I think that's the best way to put it, right?
Yep.
Nag-draft ka ng flex and there's potential. So I think ang challenge na lang dito para sa Rain or Shine Elasto Painters, yung gawing batak, gawing polished ang kanilang execution, and you'll see that once the regular season begins, once the conference is upon us. And that's what Rain or Shine Elasto Painters has done. If I'm not mistaken, there's only just 2 teams left. And there's still so many good picks left in the fans pool.
There's a lot of aspirants na nakaupo sa kanilang mga upuan na naghihintay na tawagin ang kanilang pangalan. And because again, as far as, if I'm not mistaken, it's only SME, the San Miguel Beermen, and also the Converge Fiber Xers na mamimili. 2 big names in the PBA na maghihintay or magbibigay ng 6 na potential na mga manlalaro na makakasama natin later on.
And let's not keep them waiting. Let's go on over back to the stage to continue our picks.
With a complete roster for Rain or Shine Elasto Painters, masasabi na talaga natin na we are now down to the last 2 teams.
At dahil dyan, tawagin na natin ang Converge Fiber Xers.
Ang pinili ni Converge ay isang napakagandang player, si Amanda Delmar, and John Mart Tria, at saka si Sid Sanchez.
LeBron calls on their final 3. Converge Fiber Xers have drafted one of the 2, if I'm not mistaken, one of the 2 ladies in our fans pool. And that's Amanda Nicole Delmar, 19 from Manila.
Wow, Hesperia coming in from Manila together with John Mark Tria and Sid Sanchez, no? So that means from age brackets going 19, 21, and 24, Converge Fiber Xers is just investing on these guys. And what are your thoughts, Sona? Because these 3, I think they have a lot of, they have significant roles for Converge to fill up.
I believe that kahit na napili sila sa badang or second to the last, medyo pinakaba sila ng konti. Kung sakali na mapipili sila or hindi. But given that Converge Fiber Xers gave them the chance, gave them the opportunity, especially itong si Hesperia, Miss Amanda Nicole Delmar, being possibly the only girl fan that we have in the fan draft na ngayon ay makikita natin for the side of Converge. I mean, I'm sure that she will be giving her 100% or even more to contribute dahil kung tutusin, kung titignan mo naman kung sino yung kasama niya, hindi rin biro. It's LeBron, it's Totoy, and it's Cal TZ, another TZ sa Sandam.
Not to mention Ginto and Arana. Alright, so here already, PBA Esports Bakbakan, we're making history. As well, Hesperia is also going to try to make history as she becomes the first woman to join the PBA Esports Bakbakan draft. She's part of the active roster now of Converge Fiber Xers. This is strides in making representation more of a thing here in the esports scene because just last night we crowned another MWI 2023 champion.
Yep.
So that's Bigatron Era from Indonesia. So given this pick for Hesperia, mas napapalakas ng lalo yung FE division ng MLBB sa Pilipinas. So, hahabol tayo.
Hahabol talaga yan. And I believe, no, talagang feeling ko, because with the last pick in the form of San Miguel Beerman, isa na lang, 3 key players. Ito talaga, feeling ko yung mga natitira dyan na draftees, talagang tumitibok na ng mabilis yung puso because they wanted their names to be called. And you only have 3 more slots left. And San Miguel Beermen is just taking their time. They're just making sure that these 3 last picks will definitely count.
If I were the Beermen, I would take my time, given that you have Shing,
so much,
Hype Bits,
look at that,
Ghost Wrecker, Rodney Brundial,
They're writing.
Last but not least to mention, the Kraken, Junmar Fajardo. Talagang kailangan mo isipin sino nga ba yung 3 na magra-round out ng lineup natin.
Just look at them deciding on you know, the possible players right now. Di ba parang tinitignan talaga nila ng mabuti is or are the points gonna matter? Are the places where they come from gonna matter? The resume and also the achievements that they've had. Kasi I'm sure nakalista yan doon sa mga papel na nababasa at nakikita natin sa kanila. So they're really taking their time. There's a huge number of talents na meron tayo ngayon dito sa fan draft. And you can never go wrong with anyone else, right? You can never go wrong with any other player na nasasaksihan natin ngayon, especially from the fan draft, because I do believe that there's still at least 30 plus players to choose from, and you only have 3 spots left. That's, oh my goodness.
37 to be exact, no? And yung tatlo doon talagang makakakuha ng bagong tahanan sa San Miguel Beermen. But I believe that talagang as the last pick, no, San Miguel Beermen, nakita natin they are just weighing in those key players that they need. Kasi yung iba, probably naunahan na ng mga teams na nauna because they're the last one, so they have the limited options to at least choose. Some of the heroes that they want, baka nakakuha na, no? So you have to look out for the other draftees na nandun sa pool.
Vince J, I think you mean players. But just the same, I'd like to look at this as a glass half full situation. Kasi piling-pili na lang, di ba? And alam na nila kung ano yung meron sa kalaban. So they can get and just create the best lineup with the best 3, which they will do right now.
All right, and there we have it. The Converge Fiber Xers are finally complete. And now we're down to our last team for the PBA Esports Bakbakan Draft.
Damang-dama na yung kaba dahil this is the last chance for our top 70 to get a team dito sa ating PBA Esports Bakbakan at talagang halatang pinag-isipan to ng San Miguel Beermen. Kaya naman tawagin na natin sila para sabihin sa atin sino yung kanilang last 3 picks.
Hello. San Miguel Beermen selects Nolly Jan Makasa, Omar Miguel Roldan, and Sean Tyrone Aman.
And given the time and the effort that all of the Beermen have drafted their final 3 picks, and I'm not sure if this is any coincidence, but one of their players was Amakasa, who is actually also now a national player. Last name niya, si Fi Makasa, ngayon ng Sibol.
Yup, and his name is Nolly Jan Makasa. He looks like someone from, the national team that just was currently announced right now.
Not sure if they're related.
Not sure if they're related, right? But this is a good sign not only for Nolly but also for Omar and Sean.
Omar and Sean, no, hailing from Taguig and Muntinlupa. This is gonna be interesting because look at Vince Smoke. He's 24 years old. Gufra, Grok, and Kaja is the key heroes with 192 points. And of course, look at the achievement. Second place, all engineering tournament. So talagang kahit sa school nila ay may MLBB tournament.
Yep. And at the age that they're playing, right? 22, 24, 20. Nag-mature na. I'd say, nag-mature yung in-game senses ng mga to. Mechanics, they can still stretch what's left of there. And siguro nga, mabatak pa. At 24, I think you're pushing it. But I have hope for the Beermen. Kasi we have, hindi naman sa pagre-reveal ng age, pero alam nating experience na ang mga influencers nila in Wrecker and Hypebeats. Right?
Yes.
So, they're gonna need to do the best that they can with their mechanics. For now, let's throw it over to courtside because we're gonna hear from our fans.
Of course, their idols are now their teammates and some of them are their foes. Ito po ang ating mga players from the fan side. So, ang tanong ko sa inyo, ang daming aspiring pro players, ang daming fans out there na gustong makuha ang nakuha nyo ngayon. Ano ang ma-advise nyo sa kanila? Let's start from you.
Ang advice ko lang po is tuloy-tuloy lang po, grind lang hanggang sa makamtan mo yung gusto mo.
Ganun din po, grind lang. Tsaka manood lang sila ng mga videos, ganun. Sa MPL, manood lang sila, ganun.
Ang advice ko po is lagi pong susundan na quote na start unknown, then finish unforgettable.
Thank you so much, guys. Those are their answers. And now I'm going to be throwing it back to our hosts, Vegeta and Rexler.
All right, thank you so much, Sona, Leo, and Vince G. Of course, huge shout out again to our field hosts, Yuko and Toriyama, for making our draft the best core memory for a lot of our viewers around the world.
Words could not comprehend the prestige and honor of opportunities that the PBA gives for all of its fans and community members.
I agree, and today we witnessed a lot of new heroes come to light, and in what I would consider the grandest stage of them all in Philippine esports. And now, to further celebrate our PBA Esports Bakbakan and officially call it legendary, let us call on one of the people who strengthened esports and gaming in our community. And also, thanks to his genuine ideas, compassion, and commitment to one of the most historical feats in esports and gaming history.
Let us now welcome and give a big round of applause for the Program Director of Dark League Studios, Mr. Mark Chua.
So first off, I want to thank everyone for taking your time and all of our draftees for giving your support sa pagpunta niyo dito sa PBA Esports. Alam nyo, 5 months ago, itong PBA Esports na to, usapan lang to sa opisina. Tapos, 5 months later, seeing it come to life, seeing everyone here happy, excited to play, words can't describe it. So, ang mangyayari naman ngayon, in 2 weeks' time, may oras pa kayong magkakilala sa mga teammates nyo. You have 2 weeks to prepare before magsimula yung bakbakan natin sa Feb 27 sa Robinson's Galleria. So, actually, yun lang talaga masasabi ko. Maraming salamat talaga sa suporta ninyong lahat. And gawin nating maganda tong esports bakbakan natin. So, thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mark Chua. It's truly inspiring to imagine kung paano 5 months ago, usap-usapan lang, ngayon nakikita mo kung paano siya nagawa, paano siya na-implement, at kung paanong nagkakatotoo na lahat.
Tama ka dyan, Brigida. And something to emphasize, in just a short span of time, the PBA finally opened its doors for the esports and gaming community. Palakpakan naman dyan! And this is indeed not just a win for everyone in the industry, but also for those who are aspiring to have a career in esports and gaming.
Now, Rexler, we've witnessed history unfold, but no amount of effort and passion could surpass the initiative we've just written in stone for today's event.
Yes, I agree that memorable is an understatement, Brigida. This marks a new chapter for everyone in esports and gaming combined, even in physical sports. But now, all of these projects and programs would not be possible if it weren't for the efforts of our team. Shout out po sa tech team natin dyan sa likod. Maraming salamat. And of course, the man behind the movement of all mountains.
He brings the A-game in all games for PBA Esports Bakbakan and would like to end our day with a good game well played.
Ladies and gentlemen, for his closing remarks, let's all welcome on stage the co-founder and chief executive officer of Dark League Studios, Mr. AC Valdenor.
Good evening, everyone. Who could have imagined, something like this would happen? To be honest with you, it's like a dream come true for everybody. You have PBA players combining with influencers, famous influencers that we have for gaming, with the fans and academy representatives. I would like to thank Boss Bobby Rosales, Commissioner Willie Marshall, Boss Al Francis Chua, all the governors, team managers of PBA for believing in this project. This is once in a lifetime, and this is first in Asia to have a professional league supporting esports. Palakpakan po natin ang mga sarili natin. Maraming salamat. Now, before I close the program, I have something to tell you about the plans for PBA. Okay. Just a little hint of what's going to happen for the next few months. PBA Esports is not just going to touch Mobile Legends, okay? So PBA Esports will do activities for Call of Duty Mobile, Free Fire, Dota 2, and some other games that we're trying to discover, we're trying to partner with. Hindi ba exciting ang PBA Esports, guys? Thank you very much, PBA, for the love and support for the esports community. Now it's a reality that we're actually bridging the gap of physical sports and esports. I have one good news for you, for everyone. Congratulations for all the draftees who attended. One surprise that I'm gonna give you, all those who were not drafted this night would automatically be seeded for the next season. So hindi sayang ang efforts nyo. Maraming salamat po. Thank you everyone. Maraming salamat PBA. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. AC Valdenor. And of course, I think I just couldn't help but get a bit emotional right now because, again, yung mga draftees natin na hindi nakasama ngayong gabi sa mga tables na nandito ay automatically seeded na nga for Season 2. Ayan, so again, congratulations. Wala pong uuwi ng luhaan ngayong gabi. And syempre, isang pagdiriwang to ng lahat ng mga taong bumubuo sa esports and gaming community from then until now.
Now, I think it's time that we call all the draftees from each category para naman magkaroon tayo ngayon ng photo op to commemorate this historical event.
Again, may we call on all of our draftees na nakasama po sa mga teams ngayon to come up on stage for a photo op. And now may we call on, of course, the PBA Commissioner, Mr. Willie Marshall, the co-founder and chief executive officer of Dark League Studios, Mr. AC Valdenor, and the program director of Dark League Studios, Mr. Mark Chua. We'd also like to call up on stage the PBA Vice Chairman of the Board, Team Governor of Terra Firma Jeep, and of course the co-founder of Dark League Studios, Mr. Bobby Rosales, and the Team Governor of Barangay Ginebra San Miguel and co-founder of Dark League Studios, Mr. Alfrancis Chua. Again, all of our draftees come up on stage for our very special photo op. Again, one of the most historical feats in esports and gaming history in the Philippines. Mga kababayan, palakpakan ulit natin ang ating mga draftees para sa kauna-unahang PBA Esports Bakbakan!
Level up na ang mga bida sa liga, halika, sige na dali na, napakaangas, napakatalas, ang pinuhunang katas ng pangarap hanggang alapa. Di bale, walang pake sa sinasabi na mga di naniniwala. Ano pa di maling akala, bumubulusok, umuusok, tumutusok at tagos sa bawat sulok. Mabangis, kumikinang, ang lahat nahihibang, nagliliyab, nagniningnig. Bawat lipunan, merong hamunan, laban kung laban sa bayanan, isang bansa, isang bansak. Alam mo to, laro mo to, wag na mag-alboroto. Sama-sama tayo, manlalaro, ambisyon na. Game tayo dito, everybody let's go. Let's come, level up, here we go. Game tayo dito, hey. Let's come, level up, here we go.
Once again, palakpakan nating muli ang PBA Esports Bakbakan Draftees of 2023! Thank you very much. And again, the Land of Dawn is now waiting for everyone for PBA Esports Bakbakan.
Di bale, walang pake sa sinasabi na mga di naniniwala. Ano pa di maling akala, bumubulusok.
Again, for all of your posts on social media, don't forget to tag us and use the hashtag #GameTayoDito. Don't forget to tag at Dark League Studios.
Alam mo to, laro mo to, wag na mag-alboroto. Sama-sama tayo, manlalaro, ambisyon na. Game tayo